is about to have some fun with a bunch of new maps that he just got.
I'll have to sort through those.
Quality maps that I have.
How do you not lag when you do maps with dynamic lighting? Like you had map with animated shit and stuff, and
I lagged with huge maps. I don't even know how Josh gets animated maps to not lag. Unless he pays the super Roll20 premium where they're like, yo, he is top tier subscriber.
Where they actually like send somebody out to your house to like suck your dick. Yeah.
We're giving him all the bandwidth.
People just handing out BJs? Like, I don't understand. What are we
I mean, that's the level of service that Roll20 is, you know,
so
willing to do.
There's a little secret to that. I am top level.
You motherfucker.
I see.
Does it actually give you better like server access?
I think it gives
Have you noticed?
higher bandwidth.
Nonsense. It's bullshit.
I've been a high priority, like fucking pro level fucking subscriber for probably 4 years now. And like I've never had an issue with large maps. I've had 300 by 300 and that shit lives perfectly. Alright.
I'm just saying. Level 9. I want to try this thing now because you guys wouldn't shut up.
Tomb of Annihilation, yo. It's like one of the classic things. It's one of the first adventures ever released for D&D 1. Like,
oh sweet, hell yeah.
Made by Gary Gygax, transcribed into D&D 5e.
Yeah. So
it's like like it's scary, insta-death shit filled with traps that will just fucking destroy you.
Well, flat out, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys if you would like.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Look at you just showing shit off over there.
I'm opening shit. I had like 3 boxes when I came home.
That's fun.
At the same time, you guys are about to level up, and you guys do have a boat.
Alright, we go on the boat for an adventure, we try and relax, but we accidentally go to Chult instead, and just fucking...
We get blown off course real quick.
Yeah, for real, we wander into a land unknown, and we're still trying to get back.
I have no idea who that is. Hello!
Hello!
Andrea! Andrea!
Andrea!
John says come back.
Oh, she didn't hear us.
She's like doing shit.
Joe.
Alrighty, so last time on Otren, all of you started to, well, initially approach the estate of Doriansville, and upon trying to get an entry, you had met the main head butler there, Raymond. After having a brief discussion with him and explaining that there had been possibly some spoiled foods that had happened there.
She said thank you for the pin.
Oh, you're welcome.
But thank you, I love them.
I'm glad you like them.
That's some good noise cancellation on those, goddamn.
Seriously, that was some good noise cancellation.
I love these things.
I was saying hi to her, but she didn't see me. No, I said hi, okay?
Well, after having a brief discussion with Raymond, he did look fairly concerned at the mention of the black ichor tainting some of the food. He had told you to come around back to the servants' quarters, and
sounds kind of personal, Josh. Damn, what was a butler telling me to come around back for?
Hey, you a handsome man, you know.
This charisma is a
Bend it over.
Experience.
Why do you think my charisma score is 8?
Oh God.
What?
You try to flirt and they're like, ugh.
Like, oh God, are those burns still weeping? And I'm like, yes, they will never heal. Like
You
my
get-
heart.
You look
And
at
they're
that.
like, oh God.
You tell them that, and you like try to go to wink, but you accidentally like shoot a firebolt at their drink and shit, and just like blow it up.
Well, my eye just gets like gummed up from like the wounds.
Oh God. And here I thought your character was pretty attractive, but fuck.
I mean, he's hot, but he's awkward. He has no charisma.
Oh, so he's like the new flirt.
He just likes people who've been burned by life.
It's like,
Gotta protect
do
them
you
innocents,
do you
bro.
like coming here much, or are you just an alcoholic?
Alcoholic.
I'll come in you. What?
Oh, there's the A charisma.
So, after meeting one of the other staff members, as well as heading down into the basement and following the black ichor and exploring, trying to find where in the larder and the wine cellar is the ichor itself, you'd gone through the servants' quarters, saw that they did have a bath and a few other things down there for the amenities, as well as the prep station for much of the food for the kitchen. You followed it over and actually had found that the ichor seemingly had tainted one of the whiskey barrels that were originally there. After taking care of it, finding out that the barrel itself was a mimic, and burning it on the spot, you had...
Did that happen?
Yes.
Yeah. The moment where alcohol wears off, like, wait, holy shit.
Was I there? No. Alright, go on.
You had found that one of the wine racks seemingly had a false wall behind it while gin burns in hell.
There's sound effects in hell too. What is that white noise sound?
Yeah, that's the white noise in the file in the background. It's all the streamer's computers that are fueling the fire in his room.
It's a loud ass computer.
And that's the AC.
Ah, gotcha. So, after tearing down the wall and Raymond not really knowing what it was, or saying he didn't know, you started exploring and found what seemed to be some kind of laboratory experimenting with the black ichor. You had found an arcanomechanic machine that seemed to be distilling the black ichor to not really be sensed by other forms of it. You found that it still had the tendencies of normal black ichor from the looks of it, even though no one's tested it so far. It can't seemingly be sensed or picked up by the other ichor, and had almost a very iridescent and prismatic sheen over the top.
So this is like a more superior ichor.
Possibly. No one's drank it or tested it.
Who
After...
has the iron stomach here?
Well,
My constitution is a 16.
last time that would have been Ramus, considering he ate globs of it and puked up the monster in the first
There
bar.
was like down his throat.
You do what you gotta do.
I want to like put it on like a knife and stab somebody with it.
I don't like a picture.
The ichor?
It was like, put the ichor on a knife. Jen, what? Boom.
No, brother.
With that, you had found one of the creatures that had been bleeding the black ichor. The room itself seemed to be almost coated and coagulated with it, and it was like it was starting to consume it with its own flesh. After swiftly dealing with the creature, and not letting it get any closer, as its remorseful moans and sorrowful wails had called you into the room initially, you slowly and precariously went over into the other room to check what the huffling of chains were. You had found two people who were still alive, and they had informed you that they were trying to be force-fed by someone. Some kind of fox person. Initially upon that, you did see that the Dragonborn was emaciated, stuck standing from the shackles that held him against the wall. And the other woman had pointed out that Raymond, the butler that was with you, is the one who kidnapped her and brought her down here. After such, you had started questioning Raymond. He tried to retaliate and was swiftly dealt with in the back corner of the cell. After he had been executed, you found the silver-lined gloves, the silver knuckle dusters that he wore within his butler's attire. And with that, you had freed the other two, told them to wait with Nira and Dia, also to make sure that they weren't infected, and had them wait there. The Dragonborn promptly passed out after finally being let down from the wall and being too exhausted to really walk, especially between hunger and being forcibly held to stand for God knows how long. After exploring further down south, you had found that one door was so extraordinarily clean, along with a portrait of Dorian Seville himself. After preparing and readying yourselves, you open the door. Yes.
Dorian Seville, is that a name we should know? Like,
that would be the
We're getting to that.
the manor that you're currently in. It belongs to this man.
Okay.
At least that's what he originally looked like.
So you're saying that he's a burn victim or something?
So, with that,
A,
just in brief look,
he's a mage wizard.
that's what he looks like now.
Also, that's the fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you're
Experimenting.
Dorian Seville is the fox?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
he transformed.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember a lot of shit. Holy crap!
Guys, you're like, alright, I'm sorry.
Drunk
this is
cleric.
not-
This is some really strong shit if I can't remember he's a fox.
I gotta get this again. Shit. But after
I'm just gonna say this, Josh. If we finish this campaign and the last survivor is my sister, due to the fact that she was drunk, that's a perfect way to end the story.
Ever.
she wakes up and she's like, "What the fuck happened?"
Everybody's dead, but she's the only one alive. Like, oh crap.
So, after opening the door, Thalos had been struck by some kind of necrotizing beam of magic, and after a good portion of his mushroom armor had fallen away, you had seen that there was some kind of humanoid fox person standing behind a desk. You came to later find out that this person was Dorian Seville, after a very quick and swift battle between dealing with Dorian Seville's new form as the fox that he was. You had seen the slime that initially was in the cauldron crawl out with a human skeleton inside and what seemed to be an old shattered sword before it promptly started trying to strike down Rain as well as Aiden in the back room. Jin, Ramis, and Thalos all stood their ground to try and fight the now new-formed Dorian Seville in his much more, capable body, even after being slung necrotizing spells with Finger of Death and Chain Lightning going through most of the party, and many of you skillfully and handily resisting it, especially with Jin's aura that had blessed you with the strength of his god. He quickly retreated to the back bathroom and hid like the noble he was.
And that's where you and me went did our Susio shit on him.
Oh, gang.
And with that, almost dead, lying on the floor, black ichor dripping everywhere, he barely managed a dimension door. Meanwhile, Thalos was preparing and waiting as he heard what sounded like something plugging up the main hallway coming from the right side. As the door burst forth, you found two giant acidic monstroids coming through.
I'll be back. Nobody wants to watch me eat.
What do you mean? There's a whole like fetish for that. But
I'm
That's
gonna
true.
eat sushi on camera, and I'm not gonna apologize for it.
Yes. Do it.
I ate a whole fat sandwich over here.
She told me to turn the camera back on so you all can watch me.
Yes.
It's
Are you guys paying me some money?
Yeah, I
Depends
got
on how
tips.
far
I got
far
tips.
you go with that chicken.
Yours should be arriving in the mail.
So,
Yes, thank you for that. I'm waiting.
I was hoping it would be here by tonight, but I guess tomorrow.
so
Sorry, we derailed.
no, it's fine. Trust me, it's better.
It's just conversion of trying to get Kenny to open a OnlyFans for food eating.
Yo, I'm with it.
I'd
I
subscribe.
like money.
So, after Dorian had made his way to escape, you quickly
Josh, explain this to me. How did he almost try to escape when we like curb stomped him in a bathroom?
dimension door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, none of us have counterspell. Druids don't get counterspell.
Wait, but don't clerics do?
No.
Sorcerers, wizards, bards.
You could sanctify the grand and
Warlocks.
prevent teleportation. But that usually
Is
takes
that
an hour.
how that works?
But it does protect. It protects, but it also takes usually about an hour to cast. So, after that, you dispatched the two oozes and quickly descended the stairs, trying to find where Dorian Seville had gone. You came to this chamber, and initially saw that there was a manhole cover clearly open from where he had dimension door a second time when you heard the spell go off once more. After he started descending further down into the underground, you had encountered another fiend. One that had been summoned sporadically at random by Dorian Seville's incantations, which, for you, Jin, so you can see him.
The fuck?
That had greeted you, and after handily dealing with him, you actually managed
Yeah,
to...
you fucked his ass up, Jin.
You
I
did.
did?
Yeah.
Gang.
You handily defeated him, but before fully destroying him and letting Rotonapar consume him, which the demon had revealed that he knows Rotonapar, the rest of you decided to get information from him instead. Because at that point you could tell that the demon had recognized that the blade would absolutely destroy the remainder of his existence, and instead of returning to the abyss like he had always done before, he would be stuck in the situation of having his existence consumed by the weapon. So instead he opted to inform you of the King in Yellow City and the yellow gem that hides in the Underdark, the Yellow Gem City itself, where Dorian Seville was currently heading. After doing a locate object, you had found that Dorian Seville was 660 feet underground by the time the combat was over. Obviously, he had done another dimension door, leaping even further. Obviously, by some otherworldly power, you were informed that it probably wouldn't be a great idea due to the fact that he could dimension door through clean stone and other such objects, so the tunnels moving further underground would most likely be a tangled mess, and it would be a lot harder to track him than you think. At this point, you had taken a moment to look over his study. You saw a great deal of many of his portraits, that it showed that his transformation was slow into the strange creature that he was now, along with him standing proudly in his fox form over one of his test subjects in the portrait, the one that you had originally killed, of the sorrowful one. Along with Nelcath's new bound loyalty, as you have made a contract and gained it, and now have, well, whatever you consider a favor to be from the demon, and especially knowing his name, you know that he will lead you to the Yellow Gem deep underground, where the Yellow King has supposedly been for this time. Though before decidedly rushing off into the Underdark for this, and going to meet the King in Yellow himself, you decided to stay back for a time and either gather an army or at least a few more of the runestones before you decide to go down to meet this king's court or even the city itself. You had also found out that the war has been waged for a great deal many a century between devils and demons, demons being the forces of chaos, unbidden and disorganized and roaming around even in the Underdark and the voidal abyss below, and slowly conjoining with the King in Yellow and the old gods themselves, as the King in Yellow was, as you found out, was the creator of the runestones themselves, each of the sentient weapons seemingly a bit of his power. At this point, this is also when Rammus had found out that his order and the original Blood Knight that originally helped create it, who had the first Black Runestone, along with Rotonapar, and all the lycanthropy that they have, is actually descended blood from the King in Yellow, though purified. At this point, in finding out all this information, he now realized that the reason why Shishipuniki had used the devils is that they are at least still lawful creatures and can contractually bind and kept within the legalities of celestial law, as to where the demons themselves are usually chaotic by nature, and it was miraculous enough that you were able to force one into servitude with your binding contract. So, especially with this huge wealth of knowledge and information.
With me. Can I ask one question before we finish the recap?
Yes.
There was somebody is either at the temple, the monastery of Ashur, or was at the monastery of Ashur, or there's an item, I forget. We also learned something about that. But I have written down that the monastery came up, but I didn't write down what it was.
It is the golden gauntlets, the one to match the golden runestone. Originally a puglist that had prowess in healing.
Rain, that's you. The weapon to your stone. We're talking about it right now. It's gauntlets.
Heartbreaker?
They're golden punchy gauntlets to go with your golden stone.
The Heartbreaker is originally just King Snur's gift to someone else, but then he gave it upon you.
No, I gave it upon me.
But then
Heal people by punching them in the face.
Give it to me. I gave it to you.
That's what I'm saying. But then you gave it to me. So it's,
A punchy gauntlets? That sounds like your range. Punchy gauntlets.
sounds more for you.
So,
It goes with your gem.
Yeah.
easy enough.
Yours, Rain.
Yours.
You don't want to give it to me.
No, it belongs to
You have the gold runestone.
Oh,
These are the items that go with the gold runestone.
No, not the gauntlets. I don't. Alright.
You don't want to punch anything in the face. You don't want to heal them with heal us with tough love.
She's like, so she's gonna have like an animosity relationship with her gauntlets. Like,
Why don't you want the gauntlet?
I love my heartbreaker, and I wanted something that
You
would
can
These
hold the
bullshit all
heartbreaker
over
with
your
your gauntlets.
It's so much work.
It's not. It's armor.
she's like,
It gives you benefits,
Eric.
you child.
It sounds like something heavy I gotta have on my fucking hands.
Like the heartbreaker isn't.
Two-handed maze.
This is the deepest roleplay.
It is.
This is the deepest level roleplay because Rain's like, I don't want to fucking gauntlets. The fuck.
I
Yo,
love-
I'll be so mad. I'm saying this right now. I'll be so mad if we get the gauntlets and she just fucking eats it.
So,
Okay. I don't know.
Let's see, the +1 mace or the
Cracks
+3
bottle.
If it's pretty, it's a different story.
They're golden.
Just because it's gold doesn't mean it's pretty. But here, cheers. Cheers,
It
guys.
does though. All that glitters is gold, right?
But it ain't pretty.
so after finding out where the golden gauntlets were as well, that originally it was at Zari's temple, though since it has been attacked, it is a curiosity of whether or not they are still there and remaining. Especially with the aforementioned that Zari had said that they thought that there was gold in the mountain.
The
I
gold
guess
mountaintop.
Gold.
So, after that, you started digging through more of Dorian Seville's ledgers, finding much of his research and very incriminating evidence of his research with Black Ichor, as well as the arcanomancy machine that had been distilling the Black Ichor, but also finding that the small country that still remains within the borders of Otren was also one of the harboring sources of other nobles that had sold him the Black Ichor man that he had been testing on and distilling most of this ichor from. That other nobles have been partaking in this supposed blessing and transformation. Other than these other research notes, as well as mentions of ledgers of other people that he has been selling them to, you found a cipher that had been double encrypted between the arcane scripture that he has done and purposely rearranged the letters. And even if you were to attempt that, you saw that it would still take another intellect check to fully decipher it once it is fully in form and correct again.
So we're going to the town to get those mages to look at this shit so we don't blow ourselves up.
Right. And after all that, we've been left off here now, as the remainder of Dorian Seville's mansion is what awaits you. Also, along with other servants and staff.
Is Dorian dead?
No.
He has
He's
escaped.
going towards the throne or whatever.
The Yellow Gem City.
Yellow Gem City. You said the gauntlets were where? The temple? Did we find out on the map where that is? Or is that down?
Unfortunately not. You have not found that yet. And also, unfortunately, no one had asked Zuri where the temple was.
You guys never
Would,
asked.
like-
You guys don't talk to your boy.
Would is there like a library anything with something with records? Like
Atlas. Do they
yeah.
have an atlas?
Or a record keeper?
So, with that, ironically, especially with the mansion that you're in, you would assume Dorian Seville, especially being a well-traveled man and a business salesman, would very likely have a cartographer's map as well as a world map and an atlas amongst probably his private library.
Accio Atlas. No? Alright.
It wouldn't be able to go through the walls though.
You go upstairs and you just keep hearing a thump against the wall, and then you open it's the library and the book just slaps you in the face like shit.
Alright, so we have to go on.
Last turn of events.
At least we'll be able to know where it is. It's banging into a wall.
Yeah.
You can hear the thuds.
Follow the sound.
Alright. So,
Okay.
Alright. Guess we're going to find his private library, huh?
alrighty.
Oh, Rome, guys.
Wait, before we burn this place to the ground. Remember we said we were going to do that?
Why are we burning it?
Because of all the crazy shit in it.
But didn't we kill it all?
First of all, who's this?
The Icar machines.
Those came from Rotunda. Those are Rames's shadows.
All right. So I got some quick questions to catch up on.
Yes.
First, is my sword still asleep or has it awakened?
It is currently still asleep. No one has cast a heavy fire spell or introduced you to extreme heat yet. Though you can try and induce that if you like.
But has it awoken at any
I didn't hit him with a fireball last time.
Initially you did. And that does absorb into it. You can try
So,
blasting him a few more times if you like.
If you grab me, I have a couple spell slots up, but we are also still in a bad area.
Maybe when we get out of here.
I could also just heat metal on it.
No, but what
for
does
like
my
a minute at
weapon
a
do
time.
when it wakes up?
You would have to find out when that wakes up.
Ah, got it. Okay. Fair enough.
When Aiden hit him with a fireball last time, did that not count as
Oh, it counted. There's a meter. It's going up. It's kind of like how Rotonapar has been absorbing boys left, right, and center, and has been growing, like when he got the shadows. It takes a little bit. It's not always instantaneous.
Move, bitch.
Get out the way! Get
Sure
out the
can.
way!
I want you to know
Get
that.
out the way!
Rain looking like she's about to go into a Golden Glove fight. Alright.
Oh, this is a narrow passage. Please proceed, Paladin. Oh, by Rain.
So, would you guys like to take the stairs to the main center of the manor, or go through the servant stairs as well?
Servants.
What's sneakier?
Servants.
But like,
Can I?
we know that the.
May I?
May I? Oh, why don't you go first, Rain? You
I'll
seem
go
like you
first.
wanted to talk.
The servants are typically not wanted to be seen or heard. So if we're gonna be sneaky, going through servants' staircases more.
Oh, I thought we were throwing sneaky to the wind. I thought we were, like, with the burn everything down. I thought we were basically going to say take everything and clear the fuck out. We're burning this place to the ground.
Yeah, but like you don't have to be super loud about it.
We're not
still-
not doing that.
No. All right.
I mean, I figured
Very
there was
well,
a point where
let's-
we were gonna say, "Get the fuck out."
Let
I
us.
mean, did we rob this place blind yet?
No.
No.
No, we literally came in and went straight into the basement and cleared out the stuff. So that's why I don't want to go through the servant shit, because there's more likely to be more valuable shit in the, main house.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe main entrance then.
Or should we split the party?
No. Oh, what's his name? We killed the head butler, so he should have keys on him.
We did
Yeah.
take a ring of keys. That is a thing.
You do have his keys.
I opened the servants' quarters stairway door with my servant quarters stairway door key.
Going up to the main manor floor, I assume.
Sure.
Alright.
Is the Allosaurus coming? Can it fit?
Can't make it up the stairs, unfortunately.
If he wants to.
Squeezing. It
No,
can
it's not
squeeze.
Uh,
Squeezing rules.
I mean, if he thinks thin, maybe.
Unfortunately, not with the arms, because he would still have to climb a 15-foot ladder initially.
He can jump.
push.
He's
Yeah,
such a
yeah,
good
no,
boy.
I'll dispel that.
Oh,
We out arm
Didn't
wrestled
it,
giants.
delete on him, right?
disappointing.
Yeah, you can just go in. Yes?
Which way is the main walkway and which way is the servants' walkway?
The servants' walkway is to the right side. The large stairs to your left there is the main walkway, where a lot of the other guests.
Did we come in through this way?
You did not. So let me
Where
just.
did we come in originally when we walked down the stairs?
The right side on the servants. So the direct, yep, direct from the back door there on the right.
Was that directly out to the outside, or was it through like the internal part of the building?
That leads through one room, which obviously it's servants' quarters where they can either eat or just leave through the back entry, and also have access to the cellar right away. And then also it goes straight into the basement because the stairs are immediately there, so it's easily access to the larder.
So there's no other staircase or anything in that room upstairs?
And that room, no, that leads into the main hall and also goes past other servants.
Oh, so then maybe it makes more sense to go the main way.
Huh?
If we're just gonna like barrel through, take our shit and bounce.
Right? So,
What do you want, dog? Alright, outside you go.
alright. So it's, let's see, because I deposited you guys here for the moment. Because this would be
We have been deposited.
the repository.
Aww.
So
Why am I in the front? I don't want to be in the front.
You know?
that's not the front. That is next to a door, but which obviously I can.
We can see whatever this is.
Did
This
we
room
just
here.
leave the other two in the basement? Or?
We're cramped. It's a cramped.
The other two, they're with you. They're being. One is being escorted by Dia and watched. The other one is being carried by Nira.
Is there anywhere we can drop them to keep them safe?
We have a
Not too far
cart.
from town,
We have a
right?
caravan.
Yeah, you. There is a cart that you can go set them upon if you want to have them just kind of be safe outside of the manor while you work your stuff here.
Pillage? I mean, help.
Assist. By
Friends,
lightning.
it is pretty cramped in this room. There are way too many of us in here.
Yes. Can we have them like put outside,
Huh?
or do we have to go with them?
No, they'll Nero give an on. Dia will understand the situation and make sure that you keep an eye on these two, just so they don't go running off initially.
Are they bad or are they good?
The one,
They were prisoners.
yeah, they were prisoners. At the same time, the other one you haven't had a chance to even speak to was the Dragonborn, because he's still out cold for the time.
Got it.
he's basically suffering 5 levels of exhaustion. So he's... Yes.
This room back here is the room you were talking about earlier?
Yes, that's the one you initially came in through.
And is this a door up back there? Or is
Yeah.
that-
Sorry. Give me the right tool. Here, right. These two, that one and that one, are doors going in and out.
Okay. Okay.
Can I inspect the horse statue?
Yes, you can.
I would like to roll a dice. First dice roll of the night, y'all. Can I insight the horse?
Roll 'em.
Well, you can't
Can I
insight it.
perception the horse?
You can definitely perception it, as well as you also see a beautiful tapestry in the back showing what seems to be Dorian Seville, as well as quite a few other nobles, seemingly on a fox hunt. This is probably Dorian Seville's most joyful and pride and joy of originally back in his youthful days, as you can see that on the tapestry is definitely of a younger version of himself while going on a fox hunt along with
Younger,
others.
happier, not werefox version of himself.
And you've seen nobles that usually keep statues of other such things like this. You even seen the one of his wife out front in the fountain. This is...
Is it?
What?
No, it's okay. Go.
I was just going to say, this one being magnificently made of marble along with most of the room, definitely in his youth it looks like that he was quite the rider and hunter himself. And
Interesting.
this was probably his most noble of steeds.
Days.
Hmm.
So what you're saying is that since that's his like pride and joy of painting, we should just like destroy it.
Or it's
Are you
very much worth a lot of money.
Or we stuff it in our bag and sell it somewhere.
I mean, somebody got like a bag of like endless space?
Yes. Hello.
We-
I
we
have
have
a
2
handy
bag of holding.
haversack, and somebody
Oh,
else
you
has
have
a
your-
bag of holding.
Who has a bag of holding? And yeah, you have your
Me.
sack.
Yeah. So, if you do take the tapestry, it is 5,000
But I
gold.
don't just open it. I do
We
the thing
definitely
where you
take the
cut it out of the
tapestry.
frame.
All right.
You guys are lucky we didn't have to deal with impulse gen because that shit was about to burn.
We've decided any art that we can roll up and take, we're probably rolling up and taking.
All right.
Understandably.
Worth
Not only are we
5,000.
merchants by sea now, we're also art dealers.
So,
Diversify those bonds.
as
That's quick.
as obviously as you do take it down, it's quite heavy. Obviously, you can shimmy it into the bag of holding once you roll it up. It definitely has beautiful pieces of platinum and electrum thread mixed in with the seams around the edges to keep
Wow.
it without fraying.
Wow.
So,
Fancy.
So fancy.
Did we see a picture of it, or is there no picture?
unfortunately, I do not have a picture of that. I would have
There's a
to.
picture in your mind.
I can draw, but I'm not the best artist here.
I'm
Yeah,
not even
didn't
an
draw
artist.
Okay. So, is there like any other exit or entry points to this room?
Going into those rooms, so
Any secret doors?
easy enough. I could just reveal a big chunk going that way. It's obviously when you open it up, because there's the door below Phallus there.
Can I persuade the horse statue to tell me the mansion's secrets?
Unfortunately not.
Well, I didn't find any secret levers on it, so
Alright, so,
What's this?
That looks like a countertop.
Is it his desk?
for those are listings.
Hey, desk.
When you look over it, of previous wines and other things that he has tasted. The rack that you are standing next to are wines that are for when guests come over, and it is something very quick to grab without having to go into the cellar.
Josh, why did you have to tell her that?
Well, I mean, you were just in a wine cellar.
She is the alcoholic.
So I'm
They're
just
very
gonna
fine. Sorry.
This is the desk, right?
For that, those are various ledgers, other books and reading. Obviously, you could tell Dorian has probably spent some time just sitting in here reading. A lot of
Isn't
them.
this the servants'
For that,
quarters?
no. This is the main mansion floor.
Has anyone like
Is this door open?
desk?
Yes, it is.
Yes. I want to open this door next to me, please.
All right, so let me reveal those two, and
Is
obviously
there a door back there?
No, that's the painting that you're next to.
that's the full tapestry. So
Oh, okay.
this would be the main front hall. Made of beautiful marble stone, along with various portraits of his family and other successes in life. You can even see paintings of his wife. And in here is his 2-floor study and library.
It's a library.
Stairs.
I look for the map, but I'm also perusing any other books of interest or help.
I would like to look at the books that are out on the table and open.
All right. So, and as you start looking through, you can see there are various traveling ledgers, orders, obviously written. You can easily discern that clearly covers for what his original nefarious intentions were. As he obviously was writing these down to basically falsify what he was initially trading. Some what looks like to be silken goods, some fur pelts and other all, and then some for his winery and shipping casks. It's probably easier to assume from what you're looking at that he was probably shipping things between winery bottles and such for the Ichor to be transported.
Fuck.
As for an atlas, you do find a world atlas, as that is one of the mainstays, as he has kept it on his desk for the world traveling now. I assume you're looking for the monastery.
Yeah, I look for the monastery. I look for if he has any, like the locations, if they're marked on his map of the deliveries that he's doing.
Oh, can we also possibly look, since we know general area of some things, can we possibly try and find this to see if there's anything of that sort, like temples or monasteries in those areas where the other runestones are that we know?
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll me a investigation, just to see how fast you search through this.
Whomst.
Whoever's looking initially, because there's a lot of papers there. It's plenty of bookwork to dig through.
Yikes.
Not I, said the fly.
Alright.
Got a 13 and a 4.
So,
Nobody else wants to investigate?
It's not gonna look good.
Damn, we're dumb.
All right, I'll use my -2 investigation. I mean, my -1. Let's try this.
This guy start ripping through books.
Oof. Ah,
I swing a sword because I can't read a book.
this is why I'm a paladin.
This one.
About swinging about.
You'd hear like a book fall off the shelf. What is that?
Turns around, guiding bolt. What? So,
Okay, Talos, I see you. With your education and shit like that.
Scholars, we are not.
Barely.
so,
Not for a first. We'll see.
Oh, where are we?
currently, you're in Roland's Alley, which is way over here
Valley.
at this
Okay.
time. But obviously, you know that in Galer and the nation of Anso is where many of the nobles had dealt with. Let me get a quick name here. Between the investigation for looking for the monastery is not far from Rochiabor, the main original capital where the king had seated in the main commanding area in the castle.
Here?
Yep, that would be where the castle was for the previous king who had died before the four providences started fighting each other. Not far from there, Zari's temple would be very close to Flavigana.
Can we get like a little... Like just a marker of some kind?
Alright.
May I ask a question?
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, sorry. Go ahead.
For
No
nostalgia's
question.
sake, can you tell us where the hell we fucking started this whole shit? Day
Okay.
one? Where did we start?
So, initially, day one, you started with on the border of Otren, coming from
Like, over.
basically here, and Calatania, and heading into Otren.
Oh, shucks, look how far we came, guys.
Okay, you guys have effectively got towards the main castle, and then down, or well, actually not yet, because you went down to Rollins Alley, over to Capro, as well as King's Snare, and then closer to the border of Shikapiniki, back over to King's Snare, back over to there, a little bit into the ocean for the tower, back over to the fishing town, and finally back down to Rollins Alley. So you guys have traveled over 800 miles so far across Otren.
Holy shit. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that.
We sort of know the area of the, what is it? And there's one in the desert.
Yes, you do. Which I'll put in.
Can we sort of see if there's in the atlas if there's anything there?
For that, you can. I'm going to put a big Z for Zari's temple there.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet. That's perfectly on the journey.
Alright, and then...
I'm sorry, you said we're over here right now, right? Oops, wait. Right over yonder.
Yes. Let me...
Yeah, here, run on belly.
And we're trying to get over here?
Yep.
We have the temple over there. In the lake up north, we know there's a temple with another weapon or rune.
And Sky.
And then, yeah. And then we know somewhere in the desert there's another weapon or rune.
Down here?
Yeah, so that's why we were gonna go northwest, then see if we could go through friendly territories into the desert. But this seems to maybe change.
I think we were gonna try to the ship down there, right?
Yeah.
Is you meeting our captain somewhere?
Yep.
So we can, instead of going straight through, we can stop and hit that Zuri's temple.
Yep.
Get off there.
Are we trying to decide which direction to go right now?
Well, I guess we're adding a stop to the direction we sort of planned.
So, as you can see, Belanokul is where the Green Knight that you originally met, and also the family, originator of the family in Green's Runestone, but also the glaive that sits down within the desert. The blue runestone, along with its weapon, sits at the bottom of the Great Lake with the city of Sycador and many of the Tritons that live there. As to where it is, you're not entirely sure. You know it is somewhere underneath the Great Lake there. As well as the fact that they seemingly worship the runestone as well as the weapon, as it kind of blesses their city with power.
So we're gonna fight a cult to get a stone? Is that the plan?
Well, we're hopefully gonna destabilize Shishipanik by taking these things.
I would just like to pose a question to the group. Are we really the good guys if we're gonna be destabilizing
We're
shit?
returning order to a war-torn continent, and also intervening in the fight between devils and demons.
The Shishipanik are
Okay,
literally
but
siding
let's
with
talk
us to
about
get
our
these
impact
runes to kill
on
us.
the local scale too, though. You can't just like.
We did rob that one town.
They are also.
We did rob and burn that one town.
Did we?
the reason we like fled to Otren and all these other places are fleeing to Otren.
Because it's war. There's war everywhere. Everybody's attacking. All the war going on.
Is there
all the
war
time.
in the place that's being like
Yes.
powered by this runestone and that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Shishu Panik, where
They're one of the main aggressors.
It's easy to assume.
Wait, what?
They're one of the main aggressors.
Which one?
Shisha Panik.
That's where the Shishu
But I thought
Paniki
we were
come from.
talking about this thing is like in Skydor.
Yeah, I think that's in Shishu Panik territory. That's the lake.
Alright, fuck them then. Let's go.
See?
Alrighty.
We could go all Prime Directive with it.
But we can, if we're gonna follow the lake up with the boat, then we could maybe.
I mean, we'd be removing their source of light and power. So I don't know how Prime Directive we could get with that, but maybe
Don't
we could
get
find
bored.
something to. Oh, I know it. My gem of brightness. Right? We just
Listen.
switch one out.
Blink.
All I gotta say is we dropped 2 nukes on Japan, and they're like best friends with us now. So sometimes you gotta do it.
Question.
Yes.
Do you remember we were in that underwater temple? Where was that?
Oh, the
Underwater.
Yeah, it
Duh.
was just off the shore of Capro. So we're basically.
Look at that face. Oh my god. Are you gonna kill one of us?
I'm gonna kill my little brother sometimes.
Right around here. Oh,
He's not wrong though.
let me put a T there so you can mark out where the tower was initially.
Okay. So we're here, and we're trying to figure out where to go, yeah?
We were gonna go follow the water on the boat up to the lake, but instead of doing that, we might as well follow it to the temple, to Ceres Temple first, because it's on the way.
Which one's the Reese Temple? This one?
The Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you'd be able to dock your boat either at Tonto or Pelganino, and basically head out from there. But obviously, these would be the main waterways, and unfortunately, nothing else of that would be able to get closer.
I don't fully comprehend where we're picking up this boat to ride.
The one we bought with a ship captain from the tower?
Right, but there's no connecting body of water from
There, it connects.
Yeah, they made a waterway from here going to this main point here.
Oh, so there's a connection that we can't see?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, fuck it then. I guess we're going to Zuri's temple. Do we need to answer to anybody for Zuri's death?
As far as he told you guys, he was the only survivor that he knew of.
And then they found
Attacked
them.
by the Shishu Paniki.
Oh, if we come across another chicken, maybe it's some family member.
Fucker, you're so racist. They're not all Aarakocra. They're just. It's a temple of worship.
If it looks like a turkey, it is a turkey.
So in short, it's now a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Fuck.
Wow.
He was fried nothing. He
To be
was
fair,
like,
Nate, at
smushed.
this moment, like Josh said, it is a Kentucky Fried Chicken. It is an extra crispy with the mashed potatoes on the side.
he's the mashed potatoes. What you talking about? He got slapped with that tail.
I just want to remind y'all that Zuri was a friend and like comrade.
Loved. You like him infinitely more than you'll ever like Aiden.
This
I
is
would
facts.
that.
I would.
I mean, you don't like Aiden.
Who said that?
You, the way you
You don't like
day
him.
one.
Jin doesn't like him.
Excuse me.
The Blood Hunter doesn't trust him. The only friend he has is his druid, bro.
Wait a minute. I
But to be fair, Ramus doesn't fully trust anybody.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You're always
That meant you need to talk about?
you were always complaining about my telepathy.
Yeah, you suck at it. Listen, it's a criticism.
There's a difference between liking and just disliking your ability.
God damn.
It's a
Just
criticism.
like, it's not that I hate you.
But I fucking hate you.
I just dislike everything about you, and
I
I'm
don't
never
like
nice to you for any reason.
You just do that brain
Small creature.
moments. That's all.
Hi, small creature.
Don't trust him. He does
does
telepathy things.
Because he thinks we don't like him, but he's fine.
Which one?
Nate. Wait a minute. It is 10:21. What are you doing awake?
What are you doing up? Ooh.
Get in bed.
Ooh.
Better go to bed.
Put your ass in bed.
Bed. Grab your water and go straight to bed. I don't want to hear nothing. On another note, I never said that I don't like Aiden. Never in my
You did.
life.
Not in a while, but you did.
You sure did. Like, those were your words.
Met, maybe I had some trust issues, okay? Like,
Maybe.
I don't want to make another
Maybe.
friend. I don't want to see his ass die to another dragon. Didn't you figure that shit?
how many months have you been here with us now?
It's been like 2 weeks. I mean, that's the thing about D&D is like we've been playing for like
Months.
8 months, but like it's been, you know, maybe a month.
Yeah, a month in game
with the
time.
travel to like King Snur and back.
My brain can't handle it right now.
This is about to be our second Thanksgiving. No, our third Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I mean, Halloween and Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Good night, Bogus. I love you.
Don't worry, Turk Ogre's coming back.
No.
Leia,
Yeah.
tomorrow anime.
Okay.
Okay.
You're depressed. Don't be. I'm right. You're wrong. Be quiet.
Yeah, I'm right, you're wrong, be quiet.
What? Oh, what?
Talking about I'm right, you're wrong, be quiet.
You just got
Oh, okay.
owned for nothing.
Yeah, seriously.
All I'm saying is I never said that I don't like Aiden.
You did.
If
Corroborated by 4 people.
But if I did, it was like way early on and I had trust issues.
I admit to nothing.
Do
However,
you trust
in
him
the
now?
unlikely scenario.
In the unlikely scenario, I object. All I know is I didn't say that for a long time. And I thought I liked you now, but now
I mean, apparently we're buds now. I got you. I mean,
Josh
I
is,
saved
like,
your
there
ass
in the
last
back,
time,
like,
so
This is
That
content
gave me
right
something.
Here. This is content.
this is the conversation we're having is we're ransacking the house.
Yeah, what that was.
See?
It's
But I
not what
like
you said, it's how you
the
said it.
chicken that we used to have here, but you know, it's cool.
In what way do I remind you?
I
Of
mean,
a
you was only
chicken.
times like he did.
Alright.
You know.
Oh, really? I'll show you annoyed.
He was more optimistic than
Do you
you.
even
That was for
know
sure.
the spell Cure Wounds?
Oh fuck.
Anyway, so moving on. Are we going to the temple? Are we going to Zoom temple?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea after we finish ransacking this house.
So,
And
Okay.
getting the book unfucked.
as you,
We gotta go talk to people.
What you said, it's how you said it. Wait, who are you saying that to? Me or Nate? I'm confused.
You take this very personally, huh?
so,
Do you remember the day that we
Oh, man,
spent
no.
literally an hour arguing about the fact that she doesn't heal?
Do you remember today? At all? How you doing?
Y'all could ask, you know, if you have needs, you should express them.
Not when we're dead on the ground.
insert Genshin noise of I need healing.
I'm dead, help me.
Such a drama king. Shucks.
Do you know the spell resurrect?
No.
Wait, she
That's a
should
high
at
ass
this
level
level.
spell. No,
No,
revivify. is her
revivify.
spell.
There you go. Okay.
Thank you. I got that.
You do need
No.
do
I'm
need
dead.
to.
Resurrection and true resurrection are very high level spells that we
Yeah.
don't have yet.
What level?
I believe
True.
that's a 6th or a 7th level spell slot, depending which
Great,
one
I'm
you're
not
talking
even gonna
about.
use it then either.
Yeah, true resurrection is like a level 8 or 9 because
There you go.
that's the final form one. So, as you are exploring the ledger, you do take note that Dorian Seville has a great deal of, well, wine and other casks that have been sent to a noble in particular at a seaside mansion in the country of Anso, near Galera. And the name is Veronica Fabrich.
Who the
Is
fuck
she pretty?
Ron?
Fabergé.
So,
She's a chicken.
Oh, never mind.
are you going to, well, I assume you're going to try and dig up a portrait of her or something a little bit more on finding this name?
Yeah, we comb the library with this
More
name in
stuff to
mind.
steal. I mean, reference.
Sorry, she's in a seaside village where? On the outside of Galera?
She's in a seaside manor near Galera.
And she's evil.
So we gotta head that way to get to the water anyway, don't we?
Yes.
Alright, so more to kill and pillage. I mean, help.
Liberate. They've got oil that we need to bring freedom to.
To Americanize
Colonize.
those savages.
It's like the thing that they do to bees when you Africanize bees, but we're Americanizing the Otren or Galera.
They're happy without Christianity. We must ruin that. I mean, help.
We must gift them, that thing.
I
that you
swear,
said,
the gift that describes us right now is that one of that like soldier. Like, are we the baddies?
Isn't it from Hot Fuzz?
Are we the bad guys?
No, it's not.
Hey, I'm true neutral, so like, doesn't really matter.
Damn,
Are
drop
we-
your phone a bit harder.
Oh, it's fine. It's got a case.
She hitting it with the mic drop.
So is there any?
I want to loot the house
in
more,
here?
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like we haven't really found anything.
I
So-
thought it
Word.
was a-
We
guys mind if
found
we
a
use
painting
Kupo
worth
Shack real quick?
5K.
Guys mind if we use Kupo Shack
Hey,
real
what?
quick?
Oh yeah, let's send Ku to go investigate.
all right. So
Can
you
he
get,
investigate that?
Look at
Can you investigate that horse statue that's in the main hall? Just make sure there's no like secret panel under it
And
or
take anything of value.
Rain,
I
we
wanna
can't
point
hear
out,
you if somebody
why
else is
does
talking
Rain,
because
why
you
does
don't
Rain
you're
like
using your
protect Kupo Shack so hard? Like, I don't like how you exploiting him.
no, I'll
Kupo Shack
exploit
lives
him.
matter.
I like him.
Oh my.
Probably gonna
my.
kill him.
as you are exploring, you do find a portrait of Veronica Fairbridge.
I cut that one out too.
Obviously,
Stuff it in the bag.
beautiful oil painting. It is very clear that she has clearly come to visit Dorian Seville's manor personally.
His artist painted her.
Draw me
She's
like one
about
of
to
your
taste my
girls.
charisma.
What does your charisma taste like? Gin.
It tastes like
Strawberries.
it tastes like a
short
18.
sword.
It tastes like an 18
Short sword.
plus 10 more inches than yours.
Wisdom beget the honor, young one.
Alright. So, obviously, set that aside. But, of being able to drag you guys back over to the mansion.
Yeah, leave the yeah.
I want to go dig in the house.
Okay.
Then let's go.
Investigate this desk.
Alright. As you do thumb through there, you do actually find quite a few books. Go ahead and roll me a quick history check.
History. I got a 13.
With that, you are actually able to find a few adventure books. Some would consider them to be a lot more fanciful, some definitely mythical. People talking about slaying dragons and other such of the sort with other merry bands and bards and such. But you can recognize that these original prints, that they would be probably worth about a good 50 gold each. There seems to be about
Bag 'em.
20 of them there. All
Bag 'em.
original first prints. Collectors would definitely desire these.
I'm gonna take these then.
Alright? So,
Very good choice, my friend.
and
Can
here,
I
ignore
run
the
my-
second Kupo Shack. This is where he originally entered.
can I run my hands against the walls to see if there's anything, you know?
Off in those rooms, no, but you can continue to do so in other sections. Obviously, there are the stairs going up from that area there. So,
Brother, are you exploring that other room?
I am not. I'm just here for protection.
so,
Talos, I appreciate that you asked. Cool.
alright. Remus, go back to that statue for a moment.
I'm also gonna stick.
So
Just
Oh, while Koo's doing that, and while everyone else is in the other room, I'll back you up if you're gonna start.
you mother.
so with that,
Without fail.
you hear
I'm sorry. I just wanted to play the piano. I didn't mean to.
with that you see that as you get close
How's that
to
work?
Oh,
Wow.
-1 to dexterity.
Go.
you go tomorrow.
Okay.
You just stand there and watch.
We'll deal with your turns on Saturday.
Okay.
So as you stand
Damn,
there,
Remus,
you
please
hear
don't
what
go
sounds like
Remus.
the skittering of clawed feet across the marble for a moment. When you quickly go to look around, you don't take notice as the statue pivots around and it's going to get a surprise attack on you.
Fuck this thing.
As the marble statue animates and literally goes to swing its fist straight at your face.
Watch out for that horse.
And this one is another statue of his wife.
Oh, gross.
So,
That's creepy.
Oh, they're unclothed.
yep.
I can't see what the creature looks like.
It's over here in front of Remus.
I know I can't see it.
There. But obviously, it's not a woman, but this is the representation for a marble golem.
Oh, okay.
Marble. Who now?
A marble golem.
Got it.
Gross.
What?
Marble golem.
Sorry.
Spooky.
From afar.
Alright, so opening up with a slam attack, a surprise with a 21 to hit you, Ramus. For 11 bludgeoning damage. And go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Get the fuck out of here. How high is this thing's strength?
So,
Oh, it's also a surprise attack.
yeah. But with that, you are not knocked prone, as it does slam its arm into you. But obviously, you do take the 11 surprise bludgeoning. Could be off looting, as he is told to do. And obviously, we'll throw down into combat now, as all of you suddenly hear a very loud,
Clang.
yeah, literally just suddenly out loud, as something has clearly struck armor extremely hard in the other room in the front hall.
Remus, do you scream?
Did I see it from where I'm standing? Like, can I see everything?
For that, unfortunately not,
saw everything,
because
officer.
where you're standing right here would be the couch, and this is the underside of the grand arch stairway going up above you.
Okay, so I can't see anything at all.
Yeah, you would have to step over to here and get.
I don't think anybody can see anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give out a nice little, fuck, the statues are moving.
Item's right there.
The doors.
It's in
There's
another
this
room.
door here is closed.
This door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That door was currently closed.
Did anybody else want to ping the door?
No.
Can we all?
Door.
Thanks. I'm not
Main
sure
entry,
which
right?
door we were talking about.
Door.
Right
This door here. This
Like,
one.
is this the door that's closed? Are you
I think
sure?
so.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
door that's closed.
Okay, cool, cool.
Alright, Ramus.
Since I'm obviously already engaged, I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity if I try and get away, aren't I?
Yes.
You can always disengage, which you wouldn't take an attack. You can, then you would be able to move your speed normally for that.
Did they hear me? I sort of like.
Oh, they definitely heard you. Everyone heard the loud echo of your armor being, like, literally punched by fucking marble.
It's also your turn. You can say whatever you want. You can yell out to us.
Yeah, you could literally just scream and it'll let everyone know.
Probably when the thing punched me and I was like, oh shit, the statue punched me. You guys probably heard that.
Yeah.
Shit, the
Fuck it,
statue
I'm
punched.
already here, so I'm gonna take his swing at him. 2 swings actually. Her.
Yeah. Alrighty, very nice. Both will hit. two solid chunks as you smash into the marble statue. Especially as it holds up its arm trying to guard, you just smash off the front forearm as it kind of looks confused for a moment that you were able to even break through it for a moment.
I take a defensive stance, and that's my turn.
Alrighty. And Aiden.
Okay, I'm going to run here, rip the door open, see what's going on, and launch a firebolt at the statue. Does a 16 hit?
That does hit.
For 9 fire damage.
Very nice. Another chunk. Just see the side, part of the stone scorched and pieces falling off where the hair was.
And Aiden looks down at his staff and the fire that kind of like smolders him, and he says, "Kind of small." And that's his turn.
All right, Rain. You hear all this. You hear stone clattering against the floor. You've already seen a huge light from the other direction, where the firebolt has been sent out.
I'm gonna scooch over. Wait, how far am I gonna walk?
You'd be able to get to him.
Okay. I'm gonna run to the rescue.
Can she get into a position of advantage from where she is, or is it too far?
She would be able to.
Yeah? Okay, so I can drop right here.
Yep.
And can I heartbreaker him?
Oof.
That's a bad sound.
Yeah.
Say that.
And unfortunately, that will not be able to penetrate fully through as you clatter against the stone. Doesn't seem to have enough striking effect. Doesn't seem to hit one of the fault lines for it.
Checks.
Oh, it's 15, huh?
Maybe.
Wait, was anybody able to damage it yet?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm not gonna pull out a big gun, so alright, I'm chilling. I'll just, wait in defense.
Alright.
How's it looking? Is it just looking like it's missing some, or...?
A good portion of it is very heavily damaged. You can see that it itself, not really hobbling, but it's definitely crumbling quite a bit. So, with that, I assume that will be all right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just, keep my eyeballs on him.
Alright. So, with that, the golem, especially since you shattered a part of it, and now part of its arm is now jagged, as it is crumbled, it's going to kind of cock the arm back and try and lance you with the broken forearm.
Shiv me?
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Alright, so both will miss as it first one just very closely scrapes off your armor, going right by, and then the other one's just wide as it swings and you just quickly duck back from it. Especially for it being heavier stone, it's much easier to avoid it, but you can tell that it has a lot of raw power, and that if that struck, that could have hurt fairly badly. Talos.
Alright, I'm gonna run in as far as I can for the moment. I'm gonna firebolt it.
Alright.
From here, do I have can I see it clearly from here?
Easily, especially since you're right behind the main banister of marble.
Alright, just wanna make sure. Firebolt.
Alright, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Another solid chunk of stone starts falling away. You can see it kind of rock back and forth and have to rebalance itself now.
I give a nod over to Aiden, who also has his hand probably extended with fire coming out.
Yep.
So we're sort of twin beaming it.
Alright. Jin, you hear all this commotion going on from the front halls and saw that the other allies had run to the front along with your sister.
I'm just salty that your fireball was bigger than his.
I'm gonna take a dash action.
Alrighty.
Oh. Jeanette, get out of here. Get up on out of here with that.
I'm here.
Hey
Welcome.
guys, what's up?
Dancing sword.
I can't.
Isn't it a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action. You still can.
Oh, I
You
could.
use your action to dash.
Alright, I call upon my dancing sword.
Oh, it's about to go down.
Fuck him
It's
up.
doing the thriller dance.
Where's my sword at, though?
I am quickly going. I thought I made a token for this
The
originally.
sword has rhythm.
It does.
Dancing sword 2, electric boogaloo.
Let's see. Dancing sword.
Fuck.
Alright.
Oh, there we go. That's a cool dancing sword.
Alright. So that goes flying out, scrapes across the marble, but didn't seem to pick up enough speed to be able to chip away another chunk.
A2 Brute.
It too, okay.
Alrighty. Back over to Remus if...
I do some fancy moves. Strike him 2 more times.
Alright, I have advantage. Oh, very nice. That's definitely it. Alright, with those final 2 blows, you finally see the marble statue. One of the legs finally shatters off the hip as it wobbles for a moment, finally leans back and smashes against the dais that it originally came off of.
Oh,
I give it a pathetic.
Yoddy yoddy.
Yada yada.
you read my mind.
JoJo pose.
Alrighty. So that is combat, but you now realize that, especially being in the home of a mage, might be a few more dangers here than you think.
Good job, Remus.
What it seems. Dun dun dun. I appreciate that every one of y'all made that face. Okay.
Ooh, the music changed. The music changed.
Guys, touch the walls.
I go and I poke the piano again. Does it eat me?
Alright. So you touch the piano, and as you do, it plays beautiful notes. It has been magically enchanted that whenever you
Nice piano.
touch one of the chorded keys, then it
It
starts.
plays Dancing Queen by ABBA on its own.
Yeah.
I want to say that from the next room. I'm like, wow, Aiden, I didn't know you could play piano so well.
I can't.
Now, no need to be so,
And then he turns around and the music keeps playing. He's like, I'm not doing that.
Whose idea was to walk to the mage's house? What the fuck?
This is a song from Darkest Dungeon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because this is fire. Just the soundtrack alone made me want to buy that game.
Oh, shut
But
up.
this,
Oh.
Does anyone think cool?
hopefully he's making
you
us
asked
the
them
money.
to search things?
I touched
One
all the
thing.
walls in this room,
Uh,
DM.
So with that, you would find.
Rain blah blahing all of us whenever we talk. Rude as hell.
Blah, blah, blah.
Them
I
ain't
touched the wall.
foyers. So, with the walls, unfortunately, nothing on this floor.
What about
What
this
is it about the walls that you want to keep touching them?
Because earlier when I said I was gonna touch
Fridge.
this room, he was like, not in this room with a tone.
With a tone,
With,
okay.
with a tone. And when Josh says it with a tone, that means there's something fucking somewhere else. So I'm gonna look. For fuck's sake.
It's always the tone.
Always a tone. So I'm gonna touch things. How about this room?
Alright. So you're just going around, like, feeling like every single book and going up and down?
Yep, just touching all the walls to see if anything happens.
Do we have to roll for initiative again?
Go ahead and roll me investigation, Rain, with advantage.
With advantage, investigation. Oh man, I got a -1.
Unfortunately...
Wow. That was an
Hey, 5 shit.
Not even talk about it.
Unfortunately, as you just cast search, you assume it's just a giant library full of ledgers and falsified information on the desk there.
No, I really wanted to find things. Can I get it? Oh wait, can I use my inspiration to do it again?
Yes, you can.
Is that what you want to?
I
Well,
mean,
do
she
whatever
really
you
wants to
want.
do it.
Wait, before I do that, do inspiration points compound?
No, they do not. So you only have one at all
You
times.
can only gain one. Yeah. You can only gain one and lose one.
Yeah. But everyone should have one from the previous combat, even Eugen.
Yeah,
Oh
but
no, I thought.
I had
Right.
this before we got the point last time, so I thought I had 2. But never mind.
No, unfortunately, did not stack.
Alright, I'll save my inspiration.
Okay.
Well, you could use it so then you get it again soon.
Alright, it's like a phoenix down.
There. Yeah, you gotta save those. You never know with Josh. So I'm gonna.
Is this
You know what?
tea?
I
Is
am
there
going
tea
to
on
use
this
my,
table?
Wait, no, I don't have to use my inspiration. I can just freaking investigate myself.
For
Is
the-
there tea on this table?
For that, yes. It looks like Raymond and the Lord were probably having a nice snack before you had arrived.
Is
I
it
knock it over.
gross tea?
I pour it all over the table.
Well,
It's a mixed house. Don't drink it.
you pour basically the equivalent of a fine Earl Grey with extra sugar and honey all over the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, it's all sticky now.
Now all
Ruins the nice wood.
he ruined all the doilies. You
Trust
bastard.
me.
Oh no.
Alright.
So
Ju-
can we roll this rug up? Does it look valuable? Can we fit it in a bag?
Oh yeah, before I drips on the rug.
You know we're rolling in money, right? Like you're trying to. You know we're rolling.
Do you know how useful rugs are to hide bodies?
So, for the rug would definitely be too big to fit in the bag. Because between the portraits and other thing, and even the tapestry, at least it's still thinner. The rug itself, it would probably be about this fucking wide by the time you finish rolling it up, thin-wise.
Well, does anything else look valuable?
Aside from that, there are various portraits. The china set that you dump the tea out of is actually very nicely made. Each
Yoink.
piece in the total set would probably be worth about 100 together. Along with the various pieces of silver and silverware, as well as pure pearlescent spoons for stirring and pouring in sugar and such. And Jin, you were searching the library?
Yes. No, I was searching whatever my sister was searching.
Yes, that would be the library.
Yeah.
Alright. So, with that, you would find that there is a
Let's.
there is a cupboard just tucked out of sight that you look at and you pull out one of the main alcove. It's kind of like a row of books that purposely have been melded together, and when you lift it, it's just like a shelf of false books. As you look into this shelf, you see that there are small boxes. When you open them up, you see unique signet rings, almost like they belong to maybe an initiation or a possible cult. For these various symbols, you recognize them as the King in Yellow's symbol.
Does my... Oh, I'm not with them. But does my rune, do anything? Do our runes do anything near the rings?
Near the rings, no. You could tell that these are purely signet rings to show and signify cult members or people who have joined the cult.
We can possibly use this to kind of infiltrate the dealer, find the supplier.
But what if I already know the supplier?
We gonna talk to Ramus.
Yeah, Ramus,
No,
you
we grab those
connect?
rings anyway.
You get connects, Ramus, to like the underground ring, Mr. Werewolf, apparently Icker boy.
Saying.
On a brief side note, Aiden, the hallway that you're in is one of another gala halls. Obviously, various portraits from various times in his life, even the wedding of Dorian Seville between him and his wife, even his child that he is clearly there, and
What
business.
does this kid look like?
For his child, you could tell, much more youthful, has almost like a fiery red hair to himself. He keeps a very well-kept goatee, but with heavy mutton chops on the side, and that you could see that his hair is purposely greased back, even though it still maintains the same kind of fiery red look to it.
Does he look like a bitch?
Maybe.
Answer the man's question.
Does he speak English?
So, with that, he definitely doesn't look fully of human orientation. As you do study the portrait a little bit more closely, you realize that his son is a half-elf.
Ooh.
Fucking half-breeds.
Whoa. This is why nobody likes you.
Other than that, the nice fine portraits of Dorian Seville's family and housing here, each of them are worth a good 200 gold.
Whoa, alright, how many of those?
So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total portraits.
We take everything we can carry, obviously.
Alright. Cutting them out and rolling them up, taking the canvas with you.
Our shipping empire is going to need some art to smuggle and sell.
Alrighty. So,
Ships are
Alright,
expensive.
I'll put that on the treasure thing.
Did we have a cart, correct?
yes, you still have a cart.
Is there a window anywhere nearby that actually like looks out over the grounds?
Where you're currently at, that entire area looks out all over.
Okay, in that case, I am gonna roll up that carpet. I'm gonna put it out the window, and when we leave, we'll throw it in the cart.
Okay.
No, just leave the fuck. Okay.
So you take the rug, if you do manage to find a seller, because it might be a little bit harder, especially for a larger rug, unless you find the right buyer. But it is definitely worth 1,000 gold, though you're not sure if you'd be able to entirely get some full 1,000 for that. So,
And lay it in our clubhouse.
with that, you do see Kuhn eventually pass by as he reaches one of the main floors and starts creeping his way up the stairs. So, get to the next main hall there. You could see that there are the doors further at the northern end, as well as you can see and also smell what seems to be the main cooking kitchen.
Ooh.
Is there food cooking?
I
Definitely
peek in.
is. Alright, so as you peek in, you can see two chefs working very diligently. One is a human who's obviously doing a lot of the prep work, and you can see another elven woman who is clearly doing all the fishing, cooking, and the rest as she's calling out, and you can occasionally hear her say, "Christopher, that one, bring me that spice, and a couple of the herbs."
Can we ask how much they would pay to end up cooking on a ship?
Well, yeah, we should tell them that their state of employment is probably not. I was gonna tell them that they could go home for the day, but Ramus has big brain.
Before we do that, could we ask about Dorian's son being half elf, and there's an elven woman in the kitchen?
that big brain questions.
Mm.
Not to be funny, but it might
Elvis, why don't you
be better if you and Jenna.
Why don't you introduce yourself to our host, Ramus?
Cough, cough.
Why me?
Because I'm. Look at me. I'm terrifying to behold.
No,
you're sort of
Raymond,
lady and gentle person. You are bad news. You are no longer gainfully employed as your employer has fled his way down to the Underdark.
Once his
going to
crimes
start
were
out with
revealed.
You lost your livelihood. You want to start there with the line of questioning?
You're not here, Rain.
You're
You
right.
didn't come down the hallway with us.
Okay, I didn't. I am telepathically telling you what the fuck.
It doesn't work like that.
Is
It doesn't work like that.
It sucks then, really.
happen to be wondering if you are open to another cooking and prepping position.
Oh, that's what you were gonna go
It's
to.
that tone.
And I ask how much and give them the details of our ship and shit like that. We could use some people who knew what they were doing.
So, especially with like just the opening statement of that, you see both of them immediately stop and like almost kind of lost and bewildered with what the fuck you just said. And you see the younger man that you know, the name is Christopher, of Elven woman talking to him, kind of look like a little confused, and you can tell he's still pretty youthful. It's very clear that he's been learning a great deal of cooking here. But the woman, her stature kind of shifts between kind of a happy demeanor and cooking, and kind of looks to both of you and just, are you with the town guard?
No, we
no.
are not.
Then, I'm sure you can explain yourselves, since you're clearly not guests, if that's your tone.
Well, we were let in by, what is his name?
Raymond.
Raymond, the head steward of the house, when he showed him allegations against your husband.
My husband.
The man of the house, excuse me.
Wow,
I
that's
can only assume a lady such as you is the woman of the house.
wild stuff on there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you see her like start sharpening her knife while she looks at you. She gives you the mean fucking evil eye stare.
Jin nudges Aiden aside and is like, stop talking.
Oh, hurry the fuck up, get in there.
Sorry to give you the bad news, but I
Yup.
kind of explained that the man of the house was a
Bitch.
evil wizard. In delicate term,
A wizard,
Well,
yeah.
in good terms, he was kind of like an
working
animal.
with demons to, kind of overthrow the world.
You just see a visible look of confusion on her face. Like, but what proof do you even have of all this? Mr.
I show her the picture that I took of him as a fox man.
Right in a dumb.
So with that, initially she just starts and leads off with, so you have a picture of a lycanthrope.
From your own home, woman.
All right,
Done in the same
stop.
style as all the fucking painting in that goddamn hole. I'm sorry.
that
Jin, you
is
should really talk.
Still talking.
Jin, please. Jin, take the. He's like, Jin, please. Take the paper.
Man, what the hell
I
you
try
want me
to
do with this?
explain the situation about what's downstairs and without telling them too much. The whole demon thing and the experiments and the head house boy helping.
With that, you can see both of them look visibly shaken. Christopher is like almost brought to tears as he's like that panic moment where he's like slowly grabbing his hat and like grabbing his heart for a moment, just like he can't fucking believe what the fuck he's hearing right now. You can tell he's probably started his service here a long, long time ago, and this has probably been his family.
My point, that picture is currently what your master looks like.
It's all you, boo boo.
So, with that, you can see that, especially wearing with that, is like you see the elven woman immediately step like, I assume then the gods will be taking this house. Anything else that's inside of it.
I suggest you take any.
Grab what you can before they get here.
And find your way.
Pretty much
down the
all
road.
they- And then I repeat my job offer.
You see, Christopher kind of sparks up at that a little bit, even though he's kind of like everything just kind of washed over. And like, I appreciate your kindness, especially in this very strange situation. Do I have at least a day to just kind of take this all in? I think that I need to get a drink.
Well, I guess, yeah,
what?
sure. I tell him to think about it, and I give him details of where to find the boat, and like, not too much in case he's an asshole, but...
Yeah. You can see Christopher has been respectful. He's still a very young kid, by most people's standards. Yeah, he just kind of nods and, like, starts making his way past the rest of you very gently.
What were they making?
For that, you could see that it looked like a roast chicken. There's already a fresh cooled lemon pound cake that is being cooled on the rack on the side, as well as
Pancakes, you say?
yeah, as well as what looks to be like a various amount of kind of like a cream sauce that would have been poured over the chicken, along with fresh steamed and fried vegetables on the side as well. It's a mixture of asparagus, some potatoes, a few of the others that are beets as well.
So
And
dinner's all but done, except for the chicken.
just they're basically waiting for it to finish being cooked in on the rotisserie in the main oven while they are just seasoning it. You see Christopher kind of like, almost in a haze, kind of like start walking out and goes towards the servants' quarters exit. Gets startled for a moment by Thalos and he's like, sorry.
His glowing rat's eyes.
I'll go past here and you can hear them kind of discussing for a moment with the woman you met previously named Floretta. You can see her kind of like immediately go to comfort him. She's obviously older and has been alongside with
I
Raymond.
lost my job, oh no!
Well, he basically lost his livelihood and his family just now.
I turn to her and to the elf chef, and I say, the offer still stands for you as well.
So with that, these two will...
What was the offer?
To come
Come work for us.
Oh, I thought you were.
Hey, we came and beat the shit out of your boss and he ran. Come work for us.
We partly left that part, sort of left that part out.
I think she said she was pouring herself a glass, right?
So, well, she was sharpening a knife while listening to Aiden fucking go on. It's just like... like, she was super pissed listening to him, like, besmirch with, like, no evidence until you guys finally presented all of it a little bit. Right? Not all of it, but, like, enough to show that, like, he went through the transformation.
He's a bad guy.
So... With the,
He's doing some fuckboy
He may
shit.
be a bad guy, but is he really a bad guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to get closer and ask her if I can get a drink too.
We still got a house to go through.
Right. Cool. Never
Are you
mind.
gonna like walk around with your mace in one hand, your glass in the other?
First
Yeah.
time, motherfuckers.
so,
It really is.
Are you like just meeting her? Do you not know this?
Yeah, fair enough.
so with that, she'll set out
That Jameson,
Hey.
by the way.
soju.
She'll set out another glass of cooking sherry and whiskey, and also a bottle of bourbon, that is obviously used for rum cakes and such. Take your pick. I will decline the offer for now.
I would like to go over and take a bottle and a couple of glasses and pour them and shove one towards her.
Does she have any of that rum cake?
For that, there is rum. You can see the rum cake is actually stored on one of the lower pastry shelves on the furthest wall over here.
Madam, may I have some of that rum cake?
Please, help yourself.
Is there any other cake there?
For that, there is the lemon pound cake that's cooling on the rack, which is still fresh out of the oven.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I say thank you, and hopefully to new business.
I will point out that I did kind of have the correct sense a little bit, though, because you think about the marble statue, which was a human woman, but his son was a half-elf, and so far, she's been the only elf in the entire mansion.
First of all, I would like to say that Rain was the one that pointed this out, okay?
That's true.
I'm trying to get her to talk alcohol, y'all.
It's awkward. He doesn't notice or understand things.
That's fair. All
We
right.
could tell.
I mean, Jin was gonna be bold and just
Word.
like,
And you
straight up
love-
ask. And he kind of did, like, kind of stumble upon asking. He was like, "Oh, so your son?" And she's like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, like, came in to, like, that was the point where she started sharpening the fucking knife, like, motherfucker, did you just...
And then he kind of chickened out.
Y'all just don't know how to talk to women. Y'all need to
I sort of ask if she's calm enough to talk.
Who are you asking?
Cook, the lady.
The cook,
Yeah.
the elf cook.
You're gonna ask her, hey, are you calm enough to talk?
All right, so Jin picks up the plate of cake and goes to where the cook lady is at, and asks her to sit down and have a piece with him.
Yeah, I cut off a slice of the pound cake for me and for her.
Alright.
Brother, why you got
You
the
have a slice of pound.
They said there was a cooling, fresh pound cake.
Yeah, lemon pound cake.
Oh, you have a nice slice of her pound cake.
Aiden, stay in the hallway.
I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying shit. I have a character voice. You guys know when I'm talking in character.
Alrighty. And Thalos, as you're in that side room, you can see there are a good portion of, pieces of firewood, other things that the servants' quarters has, and even a few things in the pickled jars and such for other times when people want to have a snack. You can see that the chairs in there are obviously assorted from various other older furnitures from being passed down, and they just kind of kept it in here because they were the nicer, sturdier ones. Even a nice padded chairs in there. And
Okay. Is there anything inside that seems like it might be out of place? Any sort of, I don't know, strange arcane work or herbs, or just something that I might recognize as, it's a little bit strange in a servant's quarters, but just checking.
in a servant's quarters, no, but there is also, which you would definitely find, because I would assume you'd open the door as you pass by, the greenhouse, if you want to explore that.
Oh, herbal.
But before I go, I pretty much just shout down the stairs and say, you should serve yourself something. Your master will not return, so you might as well eat well.
Wait, we're just gonna let her go down into the basement full of all of the things that are evil alone, and we don't think that this is a bad thing?
I mean, didn't we kill everything?
Yeah.
That we could find.
The other servants have basically started leaving at this point now for the ones you found. So, as you...
We told him to avoid that specific area, I guess.
Yeah.
We like barred the door behind us or some shit. I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, that's easy enough. So, as you pull up chairs, and you can see that she herself is kind of shaking. You can see that, especially being in still a professional mindset, she starts putting away the cutlery set that she had for the chicken and other things, puts away her personal carving knives and other things, wraps them up in the cloth.
Take it with you.
Yeah, starts rolling them up and stashes them in her apron for the time.
Jin softly says, "Ma'am, please sit with me."
Very well then. So you can see her kind of pull up one of the prep station chairs and sits down on the stool.
Now, let me introduce myself. I am Jin Delacroix, and this is my sister Rain.
And I am hosting the Quiet Storm. Some smooth jazz for you all night long.
My name is Aratrish. Aratrish Verswan.
I don't say anything, but I wave from the hallway.
Safe choice.
You should probably check on Thalos.
Jin lets out a soft whistle, and you see his dancing longsword just like cover the front door. Just because he knows Aiden.
I see you have your fair share of magic.
Well, being a half-elf, we are blessed with certain blessings, as you can say.
You got a big magical sword.
I assume you're going to be looking for the rest of the Lord's family, then.
The rest of the Lord's
Like
family.
to know a little bit more about the son. Are there others?
Just the one. He doesn't know.
Is he in the castle now?
He's away.
Or the manor?
He's away on business. He's been traveling in his father's stead.
Selling or shipping the wine?
Running the vineyard and selling the wine directly from there.
Crap, this kid is indirectly selling the goop.
He doesn't know that though.
Couldn't help but notice a picture of him.
Could I ask how old he is?
Go ahead.
He's
How
30
old is
now.
his son?
He's
30?
30 now.
Oh. Who does he favor, his father or his mother?
Pretty both of you, sister.
Mrs. of Seville did not really accept him. Which is understandable. And what else? Oh, sorry, you cut me off.
Look at her, those plotting eyes on her face right now.
What of his mother?
I was his mother.
Are you speaking as one who raised them or one who birthed them?
Birthed him.
Is he aware?
No. I kept it a secret. I did not wish to destroy. I did not wish to destroy this home.
Well,
trying to
things
think.
are going to be very uncertain now in this household. Of course, his son would probably inherit the majority of this property, this land, and you clearly have the freedom to stay here and watch over him. But there must be some level of heartbreak in that you're so close and yet you're so far. So if you'd like to go on an adventure with adventurers who would appreciate your skill set and, a little bit of their guidance through the household before we leave, there's always that offer on the table.
And as Jin's sister finishes saying that, Jin responds with his mouth full. And we need somebody who can make more of this rum cake.
Well, Christopher will be able to provide such things.
Yeah, but we don't have Christopher right now, so we could use you. And it might be a good moment to tell him. The only way you could do that is if you're with us.
I mean, if he's not an evil bastard, we do need someone to help us run our start of this shipping empire.
Well, I feel like even if he, sticks up for his father, somebody that could soothe him would be her.
So,
can I persuade her?
Gonna give you persuasion, but you can tell it might be a little difficult. Or very difficult at this point. You can tell there's just a lot running through her mind at the moment.
So let me do that. I really want to do that with inspiration.
You can do it with advantage.
Yeah. That's what I want to do.
Yo, lady, you coming?
Throws a knife at your hand. Oh, Jesus.
Wait, before he wastes that, can we ask her if she, since he's away, if she wants to send him a letter and instructions to meet her?
Wait, I didn't even have to use inspiration. Fuck.
Nope.
Because me and my sister are talking to her, I automatically get that advantage. Because my sister is also proficient in persuasion.
That is true. So I'll let you keep the inspiration.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So with that, you do see her kind of mull it over for a moment. She looks to the rest of you. Do you have a ship?
Yes.
So I asked her if she wants to. Do you want to pen him a letter with instructions and meet him and the ship? Gives you time to talk and decide what you would like to do. And both of you are welcome if he's not a total wizard douchebag, Nicer words, though.
You could tell she's listening, but she's kind of ignoring the other parts where you're cutting in about her son being a possible douchebag.
I mean,
just want to let you know your son's kind of a dick.
Just in case he takes up after his father in certain instances.
Thankfully, he is not. He is more of a businessman, and he's has some skill with the arcane, but not to the prowess that his father did.
Well, if you decide to come with us, the two of you, then can you just do one thing for us?
What would that be?
Make sure this house is no longer standing after you leave, because whatever's left in the basement does not need to get out.
I can handle that.
Sweet, awesome, and thanks for the cake. It's really good.
Thank you for the compliment.
I want to point out, DM God, that Jen rolled a 26 on persuasion. Is he getting some personal chef?
Personal chef. Oh, he's just like Iron Chef Revere, like, yeah. Sorry. With that, you can see that you definitely get a sense of almost like a little bit of a motherly vibe. You could tell that she's obviously older than you would assume. You could definitely try and roll either, well, an insight or a perception if you want to try and guess her age, but especially being full elven, you would assume easily that that might be a little bit harder than you think.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure that she's a lot older than the typical elf.
Oh, we get
And especially a lot
advantage
older
on
than me and my
the
sister.
aura, right?
What was that?
So are we getting advantage on this?
For guessing
no.
her age. Unfortunately, not. It would just be a flat guess because it's one-sided.
Can you give us
I'll
some
do it.
hints?
I'll roll the perception. Actually, I shouldn't. I don't have that wisdom.
I can roll
Investigation
perception, but I'm not there.
My
don't know
sister,
shit.
on the other hand, should. She automatically gets advantage on that.
Rain's dead.
Reigns? Not at the seat. Can I roll for my sister?
Yes.
Sweet.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Rain being the way she is, she won't tell you.
Damn it! My sister! You betrayed me!
Well played, sir. But, obviously, for the guys, they have a harder time telling. But especially for her mannerisms and such, Rain is able to pick up on the fact that even though you guys look at her and you assume that she looks like she's probably in her mid-20s, she's actually probably 80 years old.
Hot.
Gilf.
She's young as hell for an elf.
Which,
Yeah, she is.
Step grandma.
which also goes to show that she has probably been here with Dorian Seville since he was a child.
She's like 18 in elf standards.
Can I be step elf, bro?
No, gross.
Step elf, brother. I got stuck in the oven.
No.
With that,
No.
especially thinking about the age, you assume that Dorian Seville had probably grown up with her being the cook in this station. Probably still motherly, because obviously she, cooks fairly well, but also with the fact of, like, pastries and everything, very warm, glowing kind of woman. Aside from when
I'm
Aiden...
assuming she's been with Dorian for a while because she did birth a child from him.
So Seville's making Freud spin in his grave.
Yeah.
I knew it. Mothers.
And you would definitely find out, because obviously it would tell you. Raloran Seville is her son's name.
Rollerin?
Yeah.
Okay. Come across anybody named Rollerin? We're not raising swords yet.
It's easy enough to tell, especially for his hair being more of the almost wildly fiery with kind of deep tones from when he greases it back and such, but...
God, this guy sounds like a douche.
But as for the Drutang gang, you explore. Anyone would like to roll me in nature while you look for fine elven pipeweed?
Pickweed. Nate Wood.
Alrighty.
So,
I'm
boy.
going to... Sorry, I just had to refresh my screen.
Since it seems the twins have it, Ramus sort of hands over to the queen now. Puffing on some good old pipe weed.
It's some good shit.
That's some good shit.
Looking for more than just weed, though. Looking for, or I don't know, any herbs that might be helpful to us, or anything that might be
Yeah.
exotic here.
Like weed?
Alrighty. So. You are easily enough able to find a good portion of exotic plants, herbs, even medicines and such. Clearly he had used probably between sedatives, relaxers if they are mixed properly, as well as a good portion of various elven pipeweeds. There are a few plants here. And at the same time, Thalos, you get close, but you actually stop just short, and both you and Aiden immediately recognize a fairly dangerous plant. And it's very clear that usually wizards or other people usually know how to keep these plants. Is the Triflower frond, which their blossoms carry various, pollens and powders that have different magical effects and can be usually used, if properly extracted, in different alchemical potions. But you also know that this flower itself has at least also the ability to strangle a man if not kept properly or approached properly. It's very obvious that Dorian Seville has kept this for a long time and obviously has not let anyone into his greenhouse if he is keeping something like this here.
Does it seem as if it is aware of our presence?
With that, especially since you recognize it, it looks like it's completely still. Other than that, it's almost impossible to tell. It looks just like a mundane flower, just kind of, lazily shaking from the air from when you guys moved in and the occasional breeze from a few open windows. But you do take note that it would be extremely difficult to approach this. You could try a survival if you want to approach it carefully, or just destroy the plant outright.
Can we make it a nature roll just to determine how far do its tendrils extend?
Yep. You could do that, and
I can get near it.
Yeah, you could definitely get right next to it, and you can even pretty much extract some of the poisonous pollen, or even some of the or other more kind of like a acidic milkweed that is pretty useful to alchemists.
So I use my alchemist supplies to grab some stuff.
I'm stepping further away from it and covering Ramus.
Alrighty. So, with that, easily enough, you're able to get a good 3 vials, so obviously 1 charge each, of orange blossom poison, which obviously if you hit an enemy with this, they would have to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned for 1 hour. And also, if they are affected by this poison, which can be distilled to be stronger, they fall to unconsciousness for 1 hour during that time as well.
Can I coat weapons with it?
Yes, you can. You have 3 of them, so be wise to use that.
What happens? Well, we'll get to that. I was going to say what happens if it gets to their
Could I just feed it to somebody? Yeah.
You definitely can. That's why the Triflower frond is such a dangerous plant to have.
I'm sorry, is this weed?
It is a self-animated plant. Still,
no, but we found some.
Yeah.
We also found some wheat.
Also, sister, I used you for a minute.
I feel used. Okay, that's cool.
Cool. Sorry, go ahead. Right?
What am I doing?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I just said sorry that I interrupted. I was gonna let you go.
No. I was just asking questions. That's all.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm lost. Fuck.
Oh, don't worry. Not much has happened. They're just exploring the greenhouse.
Greenhouse? The kitchen?
So effectively, over to this side, where the three guys are, they found one of the dangerous plants. They're extracting alchemical components from it.
We milked it.
Yes. Effectively, from the orange blossom alone, you can already tell that this is also how Dorian Seville has been keeping his patients sedated while testing on them. So, with the yellow blossom, you managed to get some of the more acidic milkweed, a very corrosive sap. Even going into the vial, you can hear it kind of burning away any impurities that were sitting in the vial, even if it is just dust or extra from the vial itself. You do manage to get 2 of these, but you can also see that if you mixed it properly, it would definitely make a much stronger acid. This is a very good starting component to it.
How many vials of acid do we get?
You get 2 of those, because obviously the acid one has clearly been milked earlier from today. And you can use that, and when you cover your blade in that, it will last for up to an hour, and each time you strike an enemy while your weapon is coated with this acid, it does 5 acid damage to them for each successful hit. So it's kind of like almost like a pine tar sap. So if you just kind of rub it along your blade, it sticks to it, and then basically before the acid wears off or fully evaporates, you have an hour to continue combat with it. And then the final one, the red blossom, you only get 1 vial from this, but it is a DC 14, and it does 3d4 poison damage. And obviously you can go arrows are a weapon with that, and it would be for 1 successful strike. It's more of a assassin kind of poison. As for that, while Ramus is doing that, I'm sure Ida and Thalos look readily able to burn it on the spot if anything goes wrong. You do see the tendrils kind of shift and move a little bit, but Ramus skillfully handles it and is actually able to coerce a lot of the pollens and acids out of these flower fronds without fully disturbing it. And
It is a strange thing. You move like a
What can I
druid.
say? I'm a man of nature.
You knocked it off.
I got a green thumb.
So, aside from the very dangerous but obviously very useful tri-flower font, you do see that the few bushes of elven pipeweed that are in there have enough for another 6 joints or packed pipes.
Nice.
If you
I will add that to my total.
You could tell that Dorian Seville had probably been using it for a very long time before his transformation, especially even after just recreational.
How many did we have to start? We bought, what, like 3 or 4?
Yep.
I had 4. I only know how many I have.
So you initially had bought 4 each. One person used 1, if I recall.
I used 1.
Yep. So obviously you would be able to add another 6 to however you want to split that up amongst each other.
2, 2, and 2, I guess.
Alrighty. So effectively that's the greenhouse. Obviously there are other herbs, some that are clearly purely for cooking, that are more towards the front of the house and in the main front rack here. So it would be basically these are all cooking herbs. Obviously the elven pipeweed is here next to the tri-flower font. And
Now that I got what I needed of the flower, do we keep it or do we burn it?
entirely up to you guys.
Too
I leave
dangerous
it
to
to the
keep.
I leave it to the druids.
Are we
It's
still
too
chatting
dangerous.
with the elf mom?
Yes, you are. You can obviously.
Step elf mom.
Obviously, she's going to be accompanying you. The only thing that you did miss, I think you were Rowland Seville is her son's name.
Ralven?
Yep. Everyone else tried to guess her name. You successfully deduced that she's in her 80s. but she is an elf. That is
Really?
actually, yeah, she is still very youthful for an elf. That's not that old for her.
That's what I used you for.
We're cool
To
with
roll,
that.
to roll for
Age perception. None of the guys could get it, but the woman knows, just like that.
Instinct.
Yeah, you wanna hear Josh's excuse? I rolled for you to find out her age, and he goes, "Your sister knows, but she's not telling you because she's a woman."
That's not wrong. It's not wrong.
You never asked for a
Gentleman
lady.
never asks, a lady never tells.
Apparently. Okay, so she's gonna join us? She already agreed?
Yep.
I persuaded her pretty well.
Yeah, he actually succeeded the very hard check. He got a fat 26.
Shit. Okay. Alright, lovely. What's her name?
Aratris.
Can you spell that?
I will reveal her name.
Please and thank
There you go. Should be able to see it.
Okay.
So, with that, she, obviously still drinking fairly heavily.
I like that she could drink. Is she my new drinking buddy?
For the moment, yeah, you can tell there's a lot of heavy shit on her mind, so she'll gladly join in.
I like her.
So,
Alright.
You're probably the one person that could get through to her.
That's what?
That could probably get through to her. Because
Okay,
if you're
then.
like comfortable drinking and she's in that state of I need a drink, you're probably the one that could connect with her more. On top of which, your persuasion is just a little bit undermined. So I think you're
You don't want me to go talk to her.
No,
yeah, we
you
definitely
she was about to fucking throw a knife at your ass, bro.
start putting a knife the last time you open your mouth. You don't say shit.
Okay.
Yo, I have a feeling that like Nate and that chick is like that pure scene from like The Office where the girl walks up to Dwight and he's like, "Oh fuck."
So,
With Angela.
Like, where the fuck you came from?
he's there.
That was after they slept together, by the way, for like 2 years. But I just want to throw that out there. Anyway.
Are we gonna have a half burnt, half elf character come in nine months?
Fucking hell. So,
Nate is like, it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
with that, she does kind of look to both of you. Following your friend's assumptions, especially burning this place down, I'm going to go collect some of my effects.
Please. We'll wait for you here.
So, she'll take the cutlery set out of her apron, takes off the apron, sets that down, and goes towards the side kitchen entrance that goes straight to the
she's
second
going
floor.
now.
Excuse me, did you just say she had cutlery in her apron?
Yeah, she put the knives away.
But basically, you've seen like the butcher sets where they have the double fold roll to carry their cutlery in.
Yeah.
That's basically what she has.
Oh, I thought she was waiting for Aiden to walk over.
Yeah.
Not out of the realm of possibilities.
I don't
So
know.
she goes to the second floor and she starts collecting her effects. Kuposhak has been upstairs alone for a very long time.
Can I call out to Ku?
At this point, I can easily say he is definitely far too out of earshot to be hearing you.
Okay. Are you sure?
Upstairs.
I mean, you could try yelling, or do you have thaumaturgy?
I think it's time to just head upstairs.
Thaumaturgy.
Let me collect everyone real quick here. Super easy, like start dragging around.
Wait, I thought I had it. I remember having that like readied once, and I was like, "This is the most useless thing ever," and now it's not on my list.
Wait, before you bounce us, Aiden, do you want to burn it or should we keep it?
Wait, we said we were gonna leave it for her son.
No, I mean the
Triflower
the
plant.
plant.
Poison
The
plant.
very dangerous plant.
It's pretty dangerous. I'm not gonna leave it for some unsuspecting person. It's better for it to be destroyed than for it to harm someone else.
Word.
All right.
I light
This
it on fire.
doorway
as we
back
leave.
here.
All right.
We
So
can firebolt.
easy enough. I don't need to worry about both of you doing that. And his lights up the Triflower Fawn immediately and starts burning away. You can hear the occasional pop of some of the acidic pods deep in its digestion sac start melting away. So,
Make sure this door is shut, by the way. Just, I don't want any of those poison gases kept floating on.
all right, and you can see it. And it's just why you could see definitely why the windows were open in there as well. So, good choice.
We smart sometimes.
When you
Wait,
choose
so
to
are
be.
we done roaming the house? Period.
No. The house, I don't think we're burning. I mean, I don't know. We're not burning it anymore. I think you guys decided.
We decided
burn it.
if
I mean,
she's
I
gonna
still
stay
think we're gonna
here,
burn it.
if she's gonna stay here with the son, then it's his house, you know. Otherwise, burn it.
Sure.
his house-
Okay.
his
It,
house
with
on
a
top
with
of-
a
So,
yeah, his dad kept a bunch of secrets and a secret greenhouse that he didn't let anybody in.
it's
Yeah, and
true.
an underground lair where he had emaciated prisoners. I don't know if the son knows about it, but if he comes back to a heap of ash, at least he won't be tempted.
'Tis true. 'Tis true.
Yeah, y'all let me know. I still think we're burning it down. That was nice.
Alright, let me bump you guys over quick.
Sorry, I thought Mom fell.
Oh no, that's fine. Dude, gotta make sure everyone's alright, for fuck's sake. Alrighty, so this would be the... Yep, this is the second floor. You hear...
Wow.
base...
See.
Yeah, you can see even further down to where the steps were, the statue that's smashed at the bottom. The other plants, as well as what seems to be traveling heirlooms, along with some bird cages, some with exotic animals amongst them. You do see clearly tropical birds from far off. The beautiful fruit tree that actually sits inside here. It seems to have a very bizarrely, blue-skinned fruit, but it emanates a actually very beautifully kind of sweet tart smell to them for when you get closer.
Identify it.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll me a nature. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oof. There you go.
It's a
I feel
fruit
so
on
I
it.
am an indoor druid. I can only identify things inside of greenhouses.
I will roll nature.
Roll it.
Ha ha.
So, and also, this door is wide open, and you can see Koo is in the closet here, rummaging around for some cool shit. So,
Who come out of the closet? We don't judge about orientations here.
so,
No.
fellas, you recognize these fruits as you've heard about them, even in brief passing between various areas of the land, that these are salus fruits. Though very strange and very rare, you know that these are known to have equivalent to magical properties. Any wizard who usually consumes one of these is able to gain back the one first level spell slot.
We picked the fucking tree.
These are Silas fruit. I've never seen a like before. I've read of them.
You know that these are probably... You know that these are probably the most prized possession of any wizard, especially even early learning wizard, or even a court wizard that needs either a boost between magic or even recovery, especially after much, demands and very exhausting points of the day between having to cast a lot of magic. And even enough of these would probably be able to restore most of a wizard's spell, but they would have to consume enough fruit to equal of stacking to each level. So if you want to gain back a level 9, you would need nothing in between missing, but you would still need to eat 9 fruits, or drink a concentrated cocktail distilled from their fruit juice.
I
How
begin.
much fruit do we take off of it?
Hold on. I have a question.
Okay.
I got
go.
distorted audio.
Can't-
What does this do?
It restores spell slots. Can I take the apples and feed them through the goo processing machine to make processed apple juice?
I mean, you could try.
Or better yet, can I ask the chef if she has an apple juicer?
Well, it's easy.
You just said
If she
fruit.
can make juice.
They are fruits, so when you pick them, they are a very weird texture when you pick them up. The best way to describe the outer coating of the skin is that it has the shape of a pear, kind of like the bottom of a peach. The skin texture itself was like feeling the scales of a snake. But if you were to...
So it's a scaly pear with peach fuzz on it?
a scaly blue pear.
So is it like dragon fruit?
Kind of like that, yeah. A lot more leathery, tough kind of skin. And if you were to peel it open, you are immediately hit by a...
Peels from the top like a banana. What is this?
Well,
What is
you would do that. You'd split it from the top and you'd shave it down, in which it kind of bursts open and you see the meat of the fruit inside. And it's a very almost bizarre dark purple. And the
purple on the inside.
the smell that hits you is like a sickly sweet tart.
Ooh.
Is this safe for human consumption?
Yes.
I mean, it gives you back.
Dude, I have questions.
spell slot.
Brother, do we have like a home to go back to?
Is there a homestead? Is there a Delacroix homestead?
Yeah, cause I wanna like see if I can take home a sapling of this tree.
Yeah, actually, that was the question I wanted to ask. Is there a way for us to take a cutting of the tree to replant somewhere?
If it's a tree, you can replant a piece.
We all.
How
take
about this?
cuttings.
How about this? How about this? I'll do you guys one better. I awaken the tree and it can come with us.
Can you do that?
He can. I don't know how far the tree will travel with you, but you do know, especially for the reason that he keeps it inside, that this is definitely a tropical plant. If it does reach anywhere near freezing, it is very likely to die.
What? Awakened trees die if they're exposed to cold?
Nature is nature, bro. It's still susceptible to cold.
What?
You have
What? I am imbuing it with magic.
But we do have
It would also take 8 hours.
air and magic.
It would also take 8
And-
hours.
Is there a cultivating process
Jen, if you're
that
talking,
any of us might know where we can take
Wow,
a cutting?
I am so sorry, guys, but I was muted this whole time. I was trying to say that there is a Delacroix estate. Is there a way we can like get it to the estate and plant it?
everyone
Bro.
takes clippings.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna awaken it to give it directions to your house and tell it to go plant itself in your front yard.
I'm
Josh,
still
can you do
taking
that?
clippings.
Okay? It's gonna be crazy if there's a tree walking through the fucking countryside and people are like, what?
Bro,
is
ants
going
exist.
Like
Like,
our
come on,
state.
don't even trip. Don't even
Like
trip.
our state,
You
you just be
might
like
want
on?
the maids and things like that. Like, what the hell?
We might want it to have like an escort. This is a valuable plant.
Probably.
All right.
Can we send
pause
Dion on a
the
mission?
event.
Is our estate? Because then maybe it's on the way. Maybe.
Only you guys had like a flying friend, someone who could
Guys, you're
quickly
21.
traverse.
Yeah, too bad he fucking died.
She didn't want to hold it in anymore.
Wham!
It's like, too bad you fucking dead.
Too bad he a bitch.
Decided
I
to
mean, he didn't
fucking-
go out like a bitch.
So
He
whatever
went out
fucking
fighting.
situation that was.
He went out taking his attack of opportunity.
Y'all should take these, make half of them into potion shakes.
Listen, I liked
Leave the half as
chicken
fruit.
a lot. But he didn't
Keep
make
calling
the
him a
spicy
chicken.
chicken.
Not a lot of love. Not
It's
a great
endearing.
deal.
How would
It-
you
it's
know?
something.
You weren't there.
It's
You weren't
something.
there. It was a term of endearment. Okay.
I start collecting fruits. How many fruits can I collect?
21 altogether.
21 altogether. Oh, okay.
Juice some of them so you can like chug the potion and get more than one spell slot back.
Yep.
Wait, you,
Like
can
a
make, you can make potions here.
Yeah, there are.
All right. I will take 10 of the fruit and begin to work on that in my downtime.
Can you? You can make potions?
I'm gonna make potions from the reductions of these things. I am proficient with herbalism. I have an herbalism kit that I'm proficient with.
And
Okay. Is there a way that we can like freeze the rest of the fruits to keep them like good until he's done with the first 10?
I'm putting them in my extra dimensional bag, so they're in a space without air, where they won't decompose.
So,
Really?
especially with these fruits, Thalos would definitely know this, especially from the rumors, and even finally seeing them, I'm sure has probably been a pure joy, is the fact that these usually last the roundabout of a year, just from the magical properties that they contain. And after a year is when they finally dissipate, and they would no longer have magical energy in them.
Can I distill it into a liquor?
Yeah. You could have magical mana beer.
Innovative.
This is a whole new world for me.
Crunk spells.
A whole new world filled with moonshine, spell booze.
DM, God,
no
what do I
one
need
can
to
tell
do
us.
with my own liquor?
Well, you could definitely, especially your money, pay for having a brewery. Businesses are definitely a able-bodied thing in D&D. You could start.
We should just start buying businesses.
Yes.
We should just
shipping empire.
We should just start buying restaurants.
Okay, Gordon
We
Ramsay.
should buy a fucking brewery.
No, look, you buy an inn in a town on the water. You run a small discount, and people recommend the inn when you get off the boat. It makes sense. You get all the people who work on the boats to stay and pay for rooms.
There
Oh my god.
Don't
Okay, I would like to click some of the fruit to turn into a
beer.
A brewery. I will plant the seeds of that fruit to regrow and harvest.
We all take a clipping.
Can we take a clipping for regrowing?
So this is the thing. If we're taking all these clippings, we should request that Aiden keeps it in the bag until we get to a place where we can stabilize it and back in like regular society environment. Blah blah blah.
Absolutely agreed.
Aiden, would you agree to that?
Pointed to that.
I was gonna take a clipping and plant it somewhere here. There's an inn here,
Why here?
home base.
But this isn't.
We're going to burn this place down.
Not here, like this place, like
we're
the town.
not gonna. We're gonna burn this place down.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. What about the sun?
We're leaving this house for him when he comes back.
Exactly.
This is his family estate.
We
No.
left his mother.
With the lady
What the fuck,
that wants me.
guys?
So,
I'm not gonna burn down the estate.
as you guys are collecting the salad fruit,
Discussing whether or not we're gonna burn down the house.
There she is.
that is Artress.
Ooh.
Quickly, how the fuck just happened?
Oh, Archis, you're a little shorter than your picture. Squish.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll have to fix that later.
No, I'm just sorry. I need to bully you.
Period.
But yeah, you can tell, especially in her older age and all that she is not a stranger to combat. Obviously, it's been some time, but obviously she has her traveling attire. Especially age of 80, she's probably very clearly not always been here, but still long enough.
She looks very different.
May I buy her outfit off of her? Like,
Is it
Somebody just
anything
needs that friend.
anything to get her naked? I guess, huh? Jesus, Rain, keep it in your pants.
every tax baby.
That outfit, I need it.
I need that outfit. Is what I need. That's all I'm saying.
But you're wearing like plate, aren't you? Or
But
something
like,
close
look
to.
at that fucking outfit. Firstly, it's a gorgeous red. Gorgeous red. And gold. Oh wait, my gauntlets would match. Guys,
Oh, now we like the gauntlets.
guys, my outfit.
Just look at Arch, just like, do you have a spare of that outfit?
I'm just gonna be real buddy with her until I can negotiate off her body. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, listen, we'll get you new armor. Don't worry about it. I just, just put that on.
Wait, Salos, what endeavor are you willing to fund? I didn't catch that.
Never mind.
For taking one of the branches, you don't even have to roll. For that, it's easy enough if you want to take one of the branches to grow another.
Okay. Done.
Alright. So you have a Salos fruit tree branch that you would be able to plant. Obviously, the other exotic birds that are here, you can see that they're amongst the variations is obviously a parrot, a toucan, what looks like a small group of peacocks, and a couple of small yellow finches.
I'm gonna go roaming, guys. And I'm gonna touch the walls.
It showed promise last time. Jin helped out and found it.
Brother, touch the walls with me.
Ooh.
Hot food.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
Tasty,
Yeah,
at least.
he's got.
Yummy.
Of course, we hit him right as he's eating something. Ooh, dumplings.
Dumpling.
I'm gonna go check on you guys.
Alright.
Where's the door in this room?
The double doors would be right there.
Oh, okay. In front of here?
Yes. They are thrown wide open. Koo's like ransacking the room.
Are we gonna get to the last guy with like a raid worth of people because we keep collecting traveling partners?
That's the best part, though.
Yep. And that's when half the family dies, and you're just like, shit.
Jin kicks the door and spooks Koo.
Ah! Oh! Hello! I found jewelry and a lot of nice shoes.
Like, you could see him with a new pair of boots on.
Nice boots.
Yeah, there's a lot more in there. All kinds of sizes.
Jin goes touching the walls in the shoe closet.
Alrighty.
Primus looks around to see if any of the shoes look like something we take.
Both of you go ahead and roll the investigation. Yep. So, ooh, very nice. Both 15s. Alright, so you're actually able to find, a few shoes that Koo had ignored for the moment, obviously, because they were turned away. They're still fairly nicely polished. They look to be more of a exotic type of leather that has been inlaid with a small gold filigree painting going across for the leather press, as well as what seems to be gold buckles with onyx settings at the top. You do find also to match with a lot of these shoes. It looks like this is probably Dorian Seville's main bedchamber that he had stayed in. As you do find cufflinks as well as what seems to be kind of brooches or even lapel pins that go with them, all totaling in the range from the first batch that you find total of 500, and then the more expensive sets that you could tell that are various sets of star ruby and platinum to be 2,000 gold.
Any of this shit magical?
None of this. You could tell these are all purely ballroom gathering, obviously for when you go to the king's court or other barons' courts to truly impress the other nobles.
So fuck it, let's keep them for now. Sell them after. Wear them to do some fancy shit somewhere.
As for everything else, you can definitely take note of various gold rings that Kuposhak is now wearing. He's clearly rated the jewelry boxes and most expensive pieces, but he does have a separate bag for that. So, with that item, you search this, and you find a guest room. You could see an entire bureau set up initially between a pure inlay set gold mirror, as well as various makeups, pieces, perfumes, and other fine-smelling oils that you could use, as well as a rack where you could set down various coats, canes, and others of the sort, as well as various assorted books of finer quality, all first edition prints. If you were to take the mirror itself that has been inlaid with pearl is 200 gold. A lot of the books, especially with the first edition prints, there are 5 total within the room that are of significance. Each totaling for the 5, each book is 50 gold apiece.
5 books, 50 apiece.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
We agree that we're leaving this house alone after we ransack it.
No.
Yes.
There's the.
Yes.
We literally listen. There is a woman with a sword
We're
in her hand.
9.
She's coming with us.
Is expecting
Exactly.
house when he comes back. So guarantee if you burn his house down, she's gonna slit your throat in your fucking sleep.
We sent word to him to meet us somewhere.
Yeah, and I told her. If
But he's never gonna want to come home. What are you guys? What world do you live in? Where do you live that mothers let them burn down homes?
Servants? Dead ass?
Okay, so yeah, let's just leave this place here and let somebody else get into the basement, to the goo.
We burnt it all. We burnt the shit out of down there.
The machine is still there.
We broke that.
It's disabled for now.
We turned it off.
We really want to leave.
Keyword
this place.
for now.
We
We
didn't
really want to
figure
leave
out
this
how to
place to
really-
fall into someone else's hands.
Parts of
Do we want this
machine-
kid to fall into the corruption that his father fell into?
Exactly.
That wasn't related to the location where he lived.
He can,
You're-
for the
you're
greater
literally
good, he
trying
can
to
find
render
another
her
house.
son homeless.
We'll give. He has some
over
money,
a
I'm
broken
sure.
machine in the basement. Then let's take the broken machine with us, so it's not even a
No.
problem.
We're cracking this house to pieces.
You're saying that like they're not filthy rich as is. He can build another house.
Yeah.
He can have another place.
This is the main manor. She did mention that the son lives at the vineyard.
Oh, all
He
right.
doesn't
fine.
even live here.
She's like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, fuck it. You got another place to live. You're good.
All right. And Jin, as you're going through,
This man homeless. You know, fucked up his dad.
They're
Never took
like-
his mom.
They're like medieval millionaires. They don't give a shit about this house.
so Jin, as you're going through these portions of the hallways, especially being able to look down on the main library below, if you open the double doors, this hall contains 13 portraits as well, all categorizing some that are just artistic, but others that are still historic pieces of Dorian Seville family life and the original propriety of the vineyard being procured, as well as the history of Dorian getting it from his father, and then even the early stages of this very manor being built. In one of the portraits, as he stands looking onto it admiringly while the people work in the distance building it in the town itself.
Could we check in with Eritris to see how she's feeling about his ransacking this house?
She
told her.
Yeah, she doesn't pay any
She's gonna
mind.
burn the house down herself.
Like how she's feeling? Like, gosh.
How about you go talk to her and ask her how she feels?
Ask her if she wants a Molotov, or if she's okay with us doing it.
I mean, she was gonna burn this place down, so.
Ask her if she wants a Molotov, or if she has
You
her
want to
own.
go talk to her because you're the one that has me like touching walls and shit down this hallway.
Oh, word.
Are you mad about that? I mean, stop touching the walls then.
I feel like fucking Helen Keller in this place.
To her right now, so just talk to her. You got the highest charisma here.
You got good charisma too.
Shut up, go
But
talk to
like, not
Yo, keep this up and you're about to be a fucking auntie.
her. I swear to God.
So,
God. You used to always threaten me with this shit. Oh my God, I want to lose on you sometimes. Will you go talk to her or what?
No, he wants to burn the house down too.
I want to burn it down.
Go talk to her. We don't give a shit. We're lighting this place on fire.
All right.
Ma'am, do you want to burn this house down yourself or should I?
You can tell she is definitely taken aback for a moment, but then she kind of thinks about it, especially for the fact of what you found. She'll look to you and... I'll let you handle burning it down.
How about we make this a team effort? Since you have history with this place, how about you hit me with a Molotov cocktail, and I'll just make all the fireworks.
I do not see how that would be conductive to...
Trust me. Jim pulls out his sword and goes, "This is conductive."
And with that, she kind of like looks to Phalos as the closest nearby, like, is he serious?
Just give her the copper-eyed stare with no response.
Are you serious, Talos? Are you freaking serious?
Rain from across the hallway.
Explosion.
Ramus sticks his head out. I want to see that.
Dead.
Alright, so, at this point, she just kind of looks to Rusty and sees Ramus just waiting, like, just kind of shrugs and takes the fire pot that you gave her, Alchemist Fire, and throws it at you. Yes?
Question.
Hmm?
Where is his bedroom? Is that the room that I'm in right now?
No, where Ku and I are.
Yeah, Ku is.
Where we took the fancy outfits from.
Isn't that where I'm standing in right now?
You're currently by the tree still. You might need to do a quick refresh.
Oh no.
Ramus, why do I feel like you just pulled out a skate from like how high and you dressed up like George Washington?
Oh.
Wait, is there anything else to see before we burn it down?
There is a third floor.
Yeah, let's go take a look first.
Okay.
I was gonna
Wait, I opened this door.
house from his bedroom.
Alrighty. So let's do this.
Oh, my roll 20's not working.
That sucks.
Yeah. that's
Sucks
no-
to be you, loser. Huh?
So with that,
Much love, Rain.
you find Roland's old room.
Ooh.
Rolling bad, right?
I sit on his rocking horse and I rocking horse.
I asked her
kinda
if
sucks.
there's anything she knows he would like to keep out of here. Just take that.
Before she gets over here, I'm off the rocking horse and I'm in the doorway.
Just see a knife flyer on the corner. Just
No. Please, no knives in my face. I'm actually allergic.
I'm allergic to stabbing, and bludgeoning, and piercing and slashing.
Please spare me.
So, with that, you know, she still throws the fire pot at Jin, like originally requested. Sees that nothing happens, is a little curious what the fuck's going on with that, but,
Oh, I have something for this.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a moment.
Oh, he's got a list of quips. Oh, no.
Perfect. Burn! So, that catches a good amount of fire. Part of the wall starts to burn, but it's not spreading too quickly yet. Especially since most of the floor here is marble for where you're standing and the alchemist fire is burning off.
Rolling around the speed of sound. Got places to go. Gotta burn this hellhole.
Let me...
Josh, I'm sorry. What is her name again?
Artress.
I thought you were showing her name.
I accidentally forgot to change it for this token.
Ah, there you go.
My roll 20 doesn't me anymore, guys.
That sucks.
What
Why
happened?
not?
Alright, I'm just gonna like follow along and you guys tell me what the fuck's going on, okay?
Could always go to the Roll20 and look at my screen. I keep my notes on the right side.
On the Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, on Twitch?
Yeah. Give me that good shit.
Alright, open. Oh, wait, there's another door.
Ah!
Tick.
Oh, item's gone.
I hadn't died. You removed me from existence.
Oh, shucks. Alright, so who you gonna be now? You gonna be a chicken again?
I'm gonna play Thalos now, actually.
Alright. And...
Alright, please.
Get possessed, bitch.
Pretty much tell her, I say, woman, take what is yours.
Oh my.
Whoa. Rude?
No, I don't mean it in a rude way. I just mean, like, think about what this house means, and I just say, take what is yours and go.
Bring me a sandwich.
This house has been touched by... Oh, sorry. This house has been touched by corruption. Not want it stink upon you or your child. Take what is yours and go. And I pretty much walk away.
Is this their bathroom? I'm gonna go take a shit in their bathroom.
Wow.
Well, ironically...
There's a monster.
You're right.
Oh, baby.
The toilet's a mimic.
It bites him in the ass.
So, it is the finest self-warmed marble toilet.
It's self-warming?
Is it gonna come to life and attack him like the other marble?
Swallows him, asshole.
He's gonna eat his ass.
So, aside from now realizing that the toilets are self-heating, magical enchant, because a marble throne does get rather cold, and obviously noble life is all about the richest things. Obviously heading to the third floor, you can see Artress, especially with part of the room now on fire, starts heading down. You could see, especially on her back right hip, she herself has a bag of holding. And she was probably an adventurer before the Seville family took her in.
Before she got an arrow to the knee. Oh.
So, she will await you outside.
Is there anything on the third floor, or is it just the bathroom?
So, the third floor... Well, that's just the bathroom there on this floor.
Oh, okay.
Let me move you guys for a hot moment. Because at the top of these stairs... Oh, that's the wrong way. You would find yourselves on the very precipice of this location.
Ooh, what's up here besides a statue we're probably gonna have to fight?
You do see that there are multiple rooms, as well as what looks like two beautifully made marble doors, along with a few extra sets going further back, as well as extending further out into this main floor upstairs. You can tell that this is probably one of the grander ballrooms, joining with another even more grandiose room.
I use my athletics to push that marble statue over.
Alright.
While Rammus is standing next to him with his sword drawn.
Well, thankfully you guys were prepared for it. Because at this point you go to start pushing it over.
I blast it with fire! This one's bigger! Don't like... I quickly eat 6 apples.
So go ahead and roll initiative, as we're going to get to combat here.
DM God, can you do it for me?
That I can, or Jin can roll for you if you like.
I could. I just have no control over her right now.
And thank you.
Alright. Engines. Bam.
Cool. Thank you.
Alright, you should be able to move her now. Can I... my character sheets aren't working. Oh no!
Do we get any like advantage since the fact that we kind of like pushed it over?
If you initially launched attacks, yes, but unfortunately, since you were just trying to push it over, no.
Fuck.
Had to do a quick reload of my pages here.
You know what's the best thing about me controlling my sister's character?
What?
I could use healing word.
That is true.
So y'all gonna know about how I heal when I'm not being controlled by me? I only
This
heal.
is your subconscious finally awakening.
I guess so.
I'm no longer drunk. I can see clearly now.
My third eye is open. Imagine that's the reason why she drinks, because she doesn't want to tap into her healing ability.
I drink because my deity fucking hit me with lightning. Remember that?
Yeah, that's why you don't want to heal.
Yeah, fuck
You,
that shit.
you may have deserved it, though.
Whatever. I'm rebellious. Fight me.
He did, with lightning.
Sounds like you lost.
I'm still here, aren't I?
As she looks up to the sky, I'm still here, bitch.
I'm still here, motherfucker.
Hi, me. Fish.
Alrighty.
Nate, is that sake? Nate, is that sake?
So,
It is.
Ramus.
The baby
Sake.
got
Yeah.
big.
Saki's like, oh my god, let me go.
You would like fit into my
This
hand.
one's a little bigger too, I guess. And I transform.
Alrighty.
That's a chunky boy.
I've never met cats who like belly rubs. And like.
And then I use my bonus to amplify my blood curse of the binding.
Very nice.
So he goes to 0, and then yeah, strength saving throws every turn to move, I guess.
Alrighty. And then Rain at the back of the step.
Can y'all like? I don't know. I'm kind of far, right? How many blocks am I back?
Alright. I am going to bless Jen, Ramus, and Kupo Shack.
Alright.
Look at Ray.
Right. Hey, slap him. Slap him. Do it.
She's like, I'm still here. I can make my own decisions.
Fuck you. Go ahead. We'll see how it turns out.
Actually,
mean,
to
so
be
far
fair,
we're buffing the friends, so we're doing alright.
To be fair, she doesn't have the. Wait, she does have that ability prepared. Yeah. Okay. So, bless. Eh.
Alright.
I do with my presence, bitches.
Go purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Purify yourself. Get ass.
Don't forget to give the symbol to Ramus and me.
You should be able to. When you click on yours, it should have the.
Oh, I could, but Ramus has to do it for himself too.
Alright. Bang. Alright.
And I think she is good for now. Okay.
Alright.
Really? That's it? Alright.
Alright. Ku, he'll try and go for a strike on the boy. He starts running in between its legs and back over to the side. Ku's gonna try. Give it 2
Poor
strikes.
passing code.
Let's try.
Wow.
Oh.
So he'll put the sneaky stab on the crit. So, doom. And you trust this guy to be with you. So, with that, you can see, even as he stabs into it, that this creation almost is able to withstand a good portion of the blows. And even with Ku's magical daggers, they just kind of scrape along, even with the heavy blows that he manages to do. But you can still see very visible cracks are starting to go up the leg of this giant marble statue already.
Yo, take his kneecaps out.
Let him tumble.
Alrighty. Alright, with that, the marble golem's got to turn around with its spear in hand, because this one does have a weapon. This one is Silver Warrior. It's going to try and strike Ku twice. And you can see that the spear is being magically guided towards its target that seems to have taken.
Oh, no.
Is this an advantage for being on either side of him?
No, he's not directly across from me.
Unfortunately.
Happy direct.
So, cool uncanny dodge. The first one taking half, which was still a devastating blow. Taking initially the 7 damage on the first one, and then 14 for the second spear strike that hit.
How much health does Ku have?
Especially for how long you guys have been with him, he has 44.
Okay.
He is still an arcane trickster. He may be magically inclined, but he is definitely not a hardy kind of character. He can obviously be taken down fairly easily if something were to keep hammering him. And so that, after the 2 strikes on that with the magical targeting, it will be over to Phalos.
Alright, I'm actually gonna move into position. So whoever moves in across from him is striking with advantage. Bonus action, I summon my flaming sword, and then main action, I strike with it.
Very nice.
And
unfortunately, that will not strike through as it clashes against the hard stone of the statue. You kind of see a resonating shimmer. And for most of you who are magically inclined, you realize that even though the statue looks to be made purely of marble, somehow Dorian Seville has managed to fuse the marble with residium, which is magical ores.
Man.
it's made of residium. Shout out. And wield the sword back defensively. But that's it for me.
Alright. So with that, it'll take a legendary action. And especially in response being mashed against the back with a fire sword, it's going to turn around with a magically guided spear that it's wielding and trying to stab you back, Phalos.
Succeed.
Yeah, a 19 to hit. For 9 piercing damage as it turns, and you can see it looks like it's slow, but then even the magic shimmers around the arm and the spear tip itself and just slowly pivots enough to just slam right across your side, cutting you just enough.
I didn't mean that. I'm trying to look at her abilities.
What'd you say? 9 points?
Yep, 9 points of piercing. Alright, and then Jin.
I take it, but it...
The mushroom one, right? Thalos?
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
You got the mushroom armor up?
No, I got it. Yeah, I just took it out.
Alright, just making sure. Sorry. Alright, Jin.
Alright, Jin is going to tactically get an advantage range with Thalos.
Yeah.
And he is going to pull out.
We could have put an X on him. But whatever.
Let's see, let me get my...
Wait, does that count as advantage for both Alice and Ramus now?
Just Alice and Jin, because it's directly through the target. So if somebody were to stand straight across here, it would count for Ku as well.
That doesn't count where Jin and Ramus are standing? Because that's directly cuts right through the marble thing.
No, it has to go straight line. It's not like a natural straight line.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to attack with my longsword.
Right.
Actually, I gotta understand something here. I have bonus extra attack, right?
Yes, you
So
should.
that means
You make 2
you
attacks.
can attack twice.
Yeah. But they have to be either both melee or just the spell attack.
Well, you could throw 2 javelins with extra attack.
It is true.
I could, but I have a strong ass longsword plus
Shoot
3.
twice with a bow.
Alright, so I am going to attack with my longsword.
Definitely hits.
Alright. Gonna roll that damage.
Very nice.
And for good measure, I want to smite it.
Alrighty. Oof. Especially between the fire and the radiant damage, you could tell course through it. It seems to heavily affect it far more than physical weapons do.
And I'm going to use my extra attack to go for it again.
Alrighty, definitely hits.
And here we go.
Very nice.
As I whistle, my dancing longsword comes from from downstairs. It flies up to my hand.
I mean, well,
I'm gonna try to use my dancing
Flavor.
longsword on this guy.
Oof.
And then I gotta roll 1d4 for the bless. Just in case. So that would be a 15.
The 15 would not hit.
Okay.
So.
And dancing longsword let me down.
Alrighty. So.
I just did tons of damage.
You did, and you almost did more.
So with that, you hear a very small voice. Does anyone understand Infernal?
Ooh, 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 ooh,
Okay,
ooh.
I get-
I do not. I do not, but I think my sister knows Abyssal
No.
and Celestial and Common and Draconic and Elvish.
Ku does. And I can read his mind.
It's true.
That's
Last
some
time you
big
did
brain
it,
shit.
like,
Last time, no, I could read
Actually,
his
correction.
mind successfully. I just can't meddle in his mind.
Correction. It would be Abyssal.
Ah, ha ha! My sister!
So.
Rain's like, wait, I speak that through a drunken haze. Guess.
You hear a very small voice from behind you upstairs in this direction as it
What
calls
direction?
this direction behind the marble banisters.
Like, back here?
Yep, somewhere back there. You're not sure where, but you hear the voices coming from there.
I won't let you destroy the Master's home! I'll activate everything here!
Kenny, can you tell Andrea that that's a hell of vibe right there?
What?
Behind you. I said that. Can you tell her that's like one hell of a vibe right there? We're hitting the bowl. I'm just saying.
Oh.
And with that, after hearing the abyssal creature screaming that out, you hear what sounds like claw marks clattering across the stonework and then jumping up onto a wood table?
The fuck is he jumping on?
Is he stripping?
Is
And-
this like a demon monkey? What is this?
Imps.
And then I did.
Pelgrim, that bastard.
Yo, what?
Can we see it or no?
Not at all. Just you heard the auto. At the same time, it's notable, Ramus. You know it definitely ran into this left chamber down here because these doors are open, and it's the same claws that you heard earlier from downstairs when the first statue activated and attacked you.
It's a demon.
No, I summon my wildfire spirit.
The green fell files. I mean,
Dex save. Oh yeah, right. It's green now. Dex save DC 18 on the pillar. versus 2d10 fire, or is it more now because it has a green gem?
Oh, with that, it would be more. So it'd be 3d10 fire.
Nice. All right, so DC 18 if because it's still my spell save.
It definitely fails. So go ahead and roll that fire damage.
Okay. 18 fire damage.
Alrighty.
And it is my action to spawn it. I will then step back and I will command it. I will. Oh, did I ever come up with a name for it? I think I called it Spark, right?
Yeah.
But
So.
Butt cheek. Yeah, I command Spark to attack.
Butt cheek was better.
So my bonus action, it can attack. It's gonna shoot it with its flame seed.
Alrighty.
23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
For 6 minimum fire damage.
Well, especially between the superheating, touching it, and then blasting it with another concentration burst of fire. You finally see part of the leg start to burst and crack, and then you see part of the hip suddenly just splinters. You see a fault line just go straight through the hip, and at that point, you see it like start to try and pivot as it starts to crumble. At this point, especially since it's now clearly defeated and falling, it'll go into its death throw mechanic, where
it's what?
It literally throws itself to try and crush the closest targets.
No. What?
No, what?
What's the... It's still binded.
It's basically just falling. It's like free weight. Like, it's still...
It is 10 feet tall.
Yeah. It's more than 10 feet. It's a 20-foot tall marble statue.
Jesus fuck.
So, at that, it still remains at that point, but it's going to try and fall on Ku and Jin. You need to make me a dexterity saving throw of 14.
I don't gotta make you shit.
First things, do God all as possible.
So jot that down.
Oh dear. Ku.
Wait, plus he's blessed.
That
D4.
Sure.
D4.
D4 can possibly save Ku here. It does.
Ooh.
Hey, boys! And with just...
Don't you guys get bonuses because you're near a paladin?
It's true. So,
Paladin, aren't you giving off an aura of like +4 or 5?
Yeah, so
Ku actually got a 19, so did you.
Yeah, so that was still needed though for Ku to save. So, with that, you guys don't take any damage, as it now falls down and shatters against the wall, blowing out the 2 windows at the balcony that you were standing next to. Now with that marble statue is defeated.
Where did the thing go?
With that, you heard it. Oh, my bad. I almost dragged you. Down through these double doors, as you can see that they are open.
Are we still like in combat, or?
Initially, yes, it's still combat.
Okay.
What happened to the little voice thingy that dipped on a table?
That's literally what I just asked.
Yeah, he basically, you heard it going in that direction.
Yeah, it went away.
So, Ramus, your turn. What would you like to do?
Can I see? Are these doors to the side of me?
To your...
Gave me a chuckle, John.
Those are doors. They look like they go to individual rooms.
Can I see what's in them, or?
Currently, no.
Do you have eyes?
Are they like locked, or do I have to check?
You would have to go up and check, especially since it's mid-combat.
Do I check the doors, or are we going after this dude?
Go after the thing that we know where it is first, before we invite new threats.
Yeah.
Alright. So.
Yeah, if we take this thing out, we won't have to worry about any more traps being sprung.
Ready to dodge if necessary, I guess.
Alrighty, so you're ready to dodge action as you enter to see this room. You do see this creature standing on the desk, and what looks like he's holding an orb in one hand and a map in the left. So, orb right hand map on his left side. And it looks like he's like starting to raise it up. And he looks like he's going to try and smash it when he looks at you for a moment. And just starts speaking in Abyssal, at which Rain, you understand, like, stay back! I'll smash it, I will!
We should not go close, y'all, because he's gonna smash shit.
Can I see what's in his hands?
Y'all should know.
Yep, you see what looks clearly to be some kind of leather-bound map, and then the other hand is a peculiar-looking orb that kind of has like a swirl of prismatic energies going around inside of it.
Oh, don't I have hold person or hold something spell?
Your turn is next.
It isn't. So, you're...
You should talk to the person in charge of your turn next and like see what you can figure out.
She's like mad far from him.
Right? I mean,
yeah, she's at the bottom of the
person
stairs.
is like 60 feet though.
Yeah, so she would have
Is
to
it?
run up.
But doesn't she have to actually be in
Be
vision
able
of
to
him?
see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can like move like 30 over if you go straight to the far end of that room. I should be able to see through the doors where he's standing on the desk. Cough, cough, brother.
Mm. But the problem is that you would still have to dash to get over there.
Yeah.
Would
and
30
her
feet
person
would
has
end
bonus
here and you
action.
could have vision.
That vision would be blocked.
What?
This is a wall.
Isn't that a doorway where Ramus is standing?
Yep,
Yeah,
but
the
this
doorway's
directly
here.
right here is a wall, and he's standing on the table here.
So if
Which
you-
Not
direct-
even in a tile ass motherfucker.
Wait, are dashes limited to 30 feet?
Dash is
Uh,
double
mo-
your movement speed.
Yeah,
so
and it
whatever
eats your main action.
So you wouldn't be able to cast a spell.
Well,
Wait,
she would be able to
like
cast a
that?
bonus action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes your action. It takes your main action.
Oh. Can you check if hold person is a main action or a bonus?
It
It's a
also
main
only works
action.
on people, not monsters.
I thought it was based on humanoids.
Hold
It
monster.
is based on hominoids, but I think this is more of an abyssal
Yeah.
creature.
This is a
Be
demon.
fiend.
But is it not humanoid shape?
No.
No, it's definitely
It's
an
got
abyssal
wings.
shape.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, I tried.
It's unnatural fiend.
It was good thinking. It was
It's a good try.
thinking.
Alright,
Effectively
I-
like that little guy.
Oh, that is definitely not attractive.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing.
You'll see it in a moment.
Ew!
And she saw it.
Alright. What would you like to do? And also,
It's a little funky creature. Oh my god, it's like one of those things you can't feed after midnight. What are they called?
gremlins.
Gremlin.
Can't wet after midnight?
Mogwai.
What the fuck is that creature called, guys? From that movie.
Gremlins. The thing is,
Gremlin.
Nice.
Gizmo was the Mogwai, and you
Like,
turn
it's a
water
semi-humanoid shape, but it's still a thing. And that thing is only about 2 feet tall.
Okay. I thought humanoid was anything on 2 feet, so never mind.
on. It's his own little Dobby.
Yeah, it really is like a little Dobby.
Or what was the other one? Creature? The foul one.
Alright, so you, run there. Would you want to dash or hold a spell or anything ready?
Could I, if I dash at 60 feet and will lose my
Oh,
main
Jen, you're
action-
stuck.
My bonus action could be spiritual weapon though, right? If I dash.
Yes, it could.
Can you show me how far 60 feet is? Because I can't really tell.
From where you were, you'd be able to move another 30, so you can easily do like that. And then you would be easily within range.
Okay. Yeah, can I go that... Can I do the full dash and then bonus action my spiritual weapon?
Yep.
And level through that fucker?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. Watch that do literally nothing. What?
My nose.
Where are you looking?
The basket. Stay away.
No, just the top 2 things. That's it.
Alrighty.
Pretty sure this is one. Top 3.
So,
What's the Wi-Fi broken? The Wi-Fi won't.
go ahead and roll the spiritual weapon for it if you like. The spirit knuckles come up.
You're right there, mother.
Mother.
Gosh.
Mother.
Actually, looks like it's working.
Dexterity save?
I'm like playing off of my phone right now because it's not working.
Try roll 20 again. No, maybe it'll
Like,
give it a reload. Try closing the browser like entirely and reopening it.
it's like giggling at me. Okay, well,
Alright, that definitely hits. Go and roll damage.
did anything come up my spiritual weapon?
It hit.
Alright, 5.
5 force damage.
So it connects with it, and you just see. It looks like it's about to fall over, and like you just see black bullets spill over the top of the desk.
Sweet. I would end my turn there because I can't do jack shit else.
Alright, and that was even just with that, this creature looks horrifically hurt.
Could have had
Okay.
insult to injury and have the knuckles just like punch him in the like jaw. That way his brain could rattle and he just like the equilibrium just is off balance.
Just say try and hit his arm that's holding the thing.
Well, if we knock off his equilibrium, and he could just probably just like fall unconscious.
And he could still fall and shatter the jar with the note.
Alrighty,
It's a
so
possibility.
cool.
Is he still holding the orb and the paper in his hand?
Yes, he is currently, but you can tell he almost fell and dropped it on the marble.
And is this like fragile enough to crack, or is this some like hardcore glass that won't?
It looks glass, crystalline maybe, you're not sure. It does not look like a very strong object.
Okay. So for some reason we give a flying fuck all of a sudden. We don't know what it is.
You're not sure. He's threatening to smash it.
Okay. Cool. Can someone KO him, please?
Alright.
From outside of the room, just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, if necessary.
So Ku's going to dash in and use the rest of his movement to run in, and he's going to. Well, he's gonna. Do you tell him to go for either one, or just let Ku do Ku?
Just someone tell Ku, knock him out. Knock him out, Ku.
Cool, steal the letter.
Oh, the orb.
Steal his life.
And the letter.
Alrighty. So, he'll go for the ladder and try and steal his life. With that, he's actually able to very quickly and just run up and like, especially with it like kneeling down on the table for a moment, trying to hold the orb up. It just stabs it and sends it to the ground while quickly, like one hand grabbing onto the orb so it doesn't fall off onto the floor. And with that, this creature falls down and dissipates into black ichor.
I didn't get to hit anything.
I'm sorry, friend.
Step your game.
Step my initiative. Well, I was first.
Alrighty. So with that,
Can we find out what the orb is, if it's something we want to pocket and maybe use later? That won't kill all of us.
can definitely give it an Arcana check or take time to try and study it.
Arcana? Can someone do? I want to do an Arcana.
Got you.
Thank you.
I could as well roll an
Alright. Oh.
How's that?
Wow. Okay.
Alright.
Mr. Magical Fingers.
I have had my good roll of the night, y'all.
So, especially with Aiden able to study this over, everyone else kind of feels like this is definitely kind of tied with the magic of the house. Aiden, you know pretty much almost immediately that, especially off the assumption that that orb is what connects to most of the magic within the house, is that if that closet had smashed it, this house itself might actually turn violent from the magic that's entwined with it.
Oh, that's not threatening at all.
Yeah,
Violent hell.
like objects within the house would start twisting and churning. The windows would probably board up, and chandeliers would turn to knives and start falling from the ceiling at you.
The house would come alive to defend itself against this.
Yes.
Monster house.
Effectively. But...
Alright, so we should probably pocket this anyway to use on some unsuspecting asshole. I mean...
Is it going to act violently if we
asshole.
leave the premise with it?
For that, you assume not, especially since that essence seems to be contained within the orb itself. Other than that, this house lies dormant and just continues appropriately doing things as it has been intended to. He does like an emergency last measure that he's kept into his astrology areas.
We put it in our treasure hoard.
Mm-hmm.
As per usual.
I could come in handy later.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I feel like the treasure hoard is currently just a wild accumulation.
I mean, it's called a hoard.
It is
I guess
true.
so.
It's not money. I need pure money. Don't worry. You'll be able to sell it soon. Hopefully to the right buyer. But you do find that the leather-bound, what assumed a possible letter, is actually a map that seemed to be been drawn out from underneath the house, and is clearly the tunnels moving down, and what seems to be just simply almost like a yellow tiger's eye gem marked at the end of these tunnels. It shows notations of what you assume to be possible suggested supplies for each time if you were to make trips down this path and route, as well as what seems to be a arcane word scribed into the bottom right corner. If anyone sees it, you can read it out if you like.
I read it.
Don't say it out. Well,
Alright.
Can we
I don't. I'm not
without
like out
reading it
loud, but like I
loud?
comprehend it. What does it say?
Alrighty. So as you look at it, it does simply say Gorlock.
Grow up?
Gorlock.
Gorlock. Not
That's
him.
That's some.
But obviously, as far as you know, that's just a word imprinted on it.
Okay, I don't
It's that,
say.
it's that
I,
one guy.
the one with the wings.
No, it's that one guy. You know, the thing with the thing with the thing and the other thing? Him.
With the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, with the stuff. Yeah,
Hey.
See?
Gorlock.
You try to pull one on us, Josh. I see you. We know who Gorlock is.
He's got the hands and shit.
the things.
He's that one NPC that you control. You know, him.
Yeah. That guy.
Is this the end for the night, DM?
Effectively, yes.
Okay,
So-
I'm losing steam.
I figured as much. And I figured
Gotta
it.
get their drunk sleep.
Alright. So,
Do we level up?
yes, you do. You level up.
Yay!
Yeah, just enough for the 48,000, especially for surviving and not letting the manor turn into basically a monster and start attacking you.
Yay!
I mean, the manor did
So
kind of
we're
attack
at
us.
we're at flat 48. K.
48.
Can I request somebody to change my sheet?
Yep, as long as you do the D&D Beyond part, I'll be able to alter that.
Oh, I have to do some. Oh, fuck. I'm on internet right now. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Well, you don't have to do it right now.
Yeah, we got
Just do it
time.
before the next game.
I'm gonna forget.
Wait, what do we get? Druids, what do we get at level 9?
Gang, gang.
Do I
Gang,
become
gang,
good
gang.
at level 9? Let's see.
You are already more powerful than any of us here. Ooh,
Why?
5th level spells.
And then 2, 9. There. Boom.
Fallow. Ooh.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I get nothing?
Oh shit, I got
Wait,
another
third
marker.
level spells. Fuck yeah.
DM, you the real MVP.
You're welcome.
For real.
But obviously, you have whatever this weird arcane word is on the map. A map that looks... Yep, the... What's
Don't
that?
put that in roll 20 chat so we can remember that for next time. Gorlock.
Yo. Gorlock? Put that.
In the chat. Gorlock.
Guys, do you think I should take planar binding?
What does it do?
With this spell, you attempt to bind a celestial, an elemental, a fae, or a fiend to your service.
That sounds like a servitude that results in a very angry...
I could also take
No.
Maelstrom, Insect Plague.
Can anybody
Contagion.
guess
I could create
what I can
COVID.
learn at 3rd level?
Spiritual Guardians.
Yeah.
Dispel magic.
There you go.
We'd love to see it.
But here's this ability right here. Haste. Choose
Haste.
a willing creature that you
Yes.
can see within range. Until the spell ends, the target speed is doubled. It gains a +2 to bonus AC. It has advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yes,
and
it
it
does.
gains an additional action each of its turns.
Yep.
Yo, I could make Ramus a fucking truck.
Dude, I kind of am.
Dude,
Yes,
I
but
give
he
you an
could make-
extra attack.
He could give you a whole an
And I
extra
double-
action,
Yeah.
which he could use to extra attack twice.
Oh, 4 of them? That'd be pretty fun.
And double speed and +2 to your AC.
Double speed, that would literally put me at 80.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can run around the fucking map.
For a minute, you become the Flash, but then afterwards you take a level of exhaustion.
Dun, dun, dun. But I gotta look at these abilities because I don't know how many of these. Well, I can only take up to 8 abilities, so I gotta sacrifice something.
Well, you switch them out, then you know your entire spell spectrum.
Yeah, I know. I just gotta see what I'm gonna swap.
Yeah.
Have a good
Anti-light
night.
shell. A shimmering barrier.
But yeah, you guys found a lot of key information.
We did?
We did. Were you not paying attention this whole time?
Effectively, the way the map was describing is that it's the trails through the Underdark to the Yellow Gem City.
Oh. I'm not gonna remember that next time, but I'm sure it'll be familiar.
Eventually, when you go through the Underdark and get attacked by a purple worm.
Yo, Rain, you're gonna get mass cure wounds. Make sure you take that at this level.
Make sure she takes cure wounds. Period.
Mass cure. She has cure wounds. I was busting her ass.
Does she really though?
Yes. I've seen her use it.
I
It's
mean, I'm
happened.
looking at her character sheet. I can see.
Is it? Is it not? Okay. Jesus fuck.
There.
Mass cure wounds. 5th level spell. You get it at level 9.
Okay, thank you.
She about to slap someone.
It's most likely gonna be me.
I feel verbally abused.
You know who feels verbally abused? I- From
What?
you, meanie patini. Look at that. Look at that face you made as soon as I brought up anything related to Iden. That stank ass face.
Why? Why you?
What? Why?
I just love the fact that so far we have Mira, the female Goliath, Dia Yi, Jin's squire, female samurai, and also attempting to learn, but also the fact that Nira has some paladin prowess, and then now Artress, the question mark class.
Together at raid.
Yeah.
Why are all the NPC companions female? And then there's Ku.
Because.
Yeah. Then there's Ku, the guy that you guys are just like, should we keep? He's like a dog.
Well, what?
Who
Look,
runs the world?
we
Girl.
all
Who
thought
runs the
Ku was
world?
gonna
Girl.
die.
Straight up.
All thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
I did not.
Wait, who saved
Might.
Ku?
You
Rain.
got yeah. Rain initially said like, no, I don't think so, and he's like been. On a side note, like he's the only one so far who's been able to full dash, and he was able to kill the closet before he could smash it.
Ku has been the most useful, and Ku is getting exploited by everybody to be a
He's an NPC.
Offended?
He's an NPC. He's here to do
Offended?
shit for us.
I was about to say, Jin has also been kind to him and has bought him big ass tankards of drinks after fucking with him at the Green Ferry.
We play cards. Ku and I play cards together.
Yeah,
Then
that's.
you talk fucking lions.
I mean, I'm not the one that.
Ramus too. Ramus has been
No,
like, yeah.
Ramus. No. Thalos
We
hates Ku.
play to his strengths. We're like, yo, Ku, you're sneaky. Go sneak around.
It's like, try it, don't try it.
Let us
Okay.
exploit the NPC because he's not a real person. Fuck him.
Exactly. That's what I just said. Didn't you hear
If
me?
someone's gonna die, I'd rather it be.
In case you
not
couldn't
me.
tell.
Exactly.
Oh, it didn't come across.
Be very sad still if it was Nira though, but.
Heartless person.
Oh.
Heartless. Poor Pooh.
Is that what we're calling it?
Parkour.
I mean, there's only one person that has a heart-related item, and it's you, Heartbreaker.
Yes.
That is true.
If I can get Eritris's armor, I will lovingly take those compliments into my phone.
You found a way to convince
It's a
her.
beautiful company.
The absolute fucking gorgeousness of the armor.
Yeah, what do I need to do to get that armor off of her?
Buy her a drink.
Oh.
Buy her a drink.
Yeah. What do I need to do to get that armor off of her?
That's not what you say if you want to wear the armor yourself. That's what we know what that means.
Once again, I would fund that endeavor.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
There you go. That beautiful armor.
Armor. Yes, I watch for the plot. The
Plot.
plot.
What were we saying?
Fellas, we're gonna call it a night. If anybody's up for Friday or next Friday,
I'm down for Friday.
I am as well.
I'm on vacation. I do what the hell I want.
Fuck yeah.
Ew. Do you want to play games on Friday?
I won't know till Friday.
Motherfucker. Commit! You bit? Alright. I should as well go. It is 1.
Yeah, I gotta be up in like 5 hours.
are you working tonight? Tomorrow? I mean,